You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Come on in. Welcome back to the show. Make sure you please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, please, and thank you very much. What is going on with everybody this Friday evening? What's up, Carrie Ray? How you doing, my love? Is everybody having a good day? Start to a good weekend? Had a good week? You know, all that and some more good stuff. I am having a wonderful day. I had me a good old nap after I got off of work. Excuse me. It's been a long, crazy week, full of working a lot of hours. And this weekend, I'm still going to be doing some work. So I'm going to be pretty busy. I have been almost catching up with my TV show reviews. I'm still like 3 shows behind. Forgive me. But hopefully I'll be able to squeeze some of them out this weekend. I definitely do want to do what's that? BMF. Yeah, BMF, Black Mafia Family. I definitely want to get to that one tomorrow because the new episode comes out on Sunday. So I definitely want to get that one out the way. And I forgot. Hold up. Did I tag my folks on Facebook? Okay. All right. Make sure I got it shared on Facebook. Oh, let me drop the link. I always forget to like an hour in to drop the doggone link. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Click this link to jump on the screen with me. Okay, and I'm trying out this little green screen thing again. So if the green screen starts giving us some trouble, just let me know if it's blurry or anything like that, so I can try a few things. But I've been trying to use my green screen more and more. It's a little bit easier to use when you're uploading versus going live, because when I do uploads, I use OBS streaming system. And I love their green screen, but then on StreamYard, it be tripping sometime and be lagging depending on how many windows you got open. And, you know, a lot of times when we do our shows, especially on Friday Night Live, we be discussing a lot of different topics. So I got to have all these different screens open. So sometimes the StreamYard doesn't work too well on with the green screen. So again, if it starts tripping, just, you know, comment in the chat that it's tripping. But yes, I'm glad that everybody has been having a good week, hopefully, and that you are here with me tonight, because you could be somewhere else, anywhere else, but you're here with your girl Tanya tonight for our Friday Night Live show. Now, I just dropped the link in the chat, so anybody, if you want to discuss anything that I discussed tonight or any topics, you know how it goes, just click the link and jump on the screen. But you do have to, I'm gonna put a cover, like a overlay up when you do jump on the screen, just so I can verify who it is that's coming onto the screen. Because if anybody use StreamYard, you know, sometimes trolls be jumping up on the link and people be porn bombing and all that kind of bull. So yeah, I would need to see a little bit, see your face, you know, wave at me, say, hey, you know, something, so I can verify who you are. But there's some trending news that has been going on this week that I wanted to speak to you guys about. I did do a video. Um of what's going on with that 61-year-old 61-year-old man. Now, he is married to his 18-year-old goddaughter. There has been speculations that this trending news subject with the 61-year-old man who just married his 18-year-old goddaughter who just turned 18. There was some information going around saying he was 61. There were some discrepancies with that though, saying that he was 55. Some people said he was 46. I think the wife or the wife, his goddaughter, I think she said in one of her video rants that he was 40. Now, then I found an arrest record for cocaine and unauthorized use of a vehicle, and it was back in 2014, and it said on that arrest record he was 54 at the time in 2014. So that would make him like 61, right? Because that was 7 years ago, and he was 54 then 7 years ago when he got arrested. So that would make this man 61 years old. And I know you guys seen the photos. Let me go ahead and share the photos. Matter of fact, for some of y'all who didn't get a chance to see the video, let me just go ahead and let's see, share. I just want for a lot of people didn't get to see it, so I just want to go ahead and just share a little bit, just a little bit, so you guys can just okay. Let's see, view.
This is with virtual care with doctors and therapists.
You got commercials on it. Great. Just great. Okay, 1 second, you guys. As soon as the commercials go away, I'm going to share. Yeah, I did some commentary on this situation. Was it yesterday that I did the video? I think it was yesterday that I did commentary on that 61-year-old man who married his 18-year-old goddaughter. And please, y'all need to let me know like how y'all felt about that. And I see over the last few days that a lot more people have did some commentary on it. Let me just go ahead and pull this up real quick so you guys can see it real good. Okay, make the screen bigger. Add screen. Hey, Melissa. Hey, how you doing, love? What do you think about this 61-year-old man who married his freshly 18-year-old goddaughter that's been trending all over social media? I'm going to just let y'all hear a little bit of her rant. I'll drop the link to the full video of her rant, which is like 26 minutes, but I'm only going to show you a few minutes of her rant on social media, clapping back at all the people who's been judging her, doing commentary on her, or speculating that he was messing around with her before she turned 18 years old, because per her mother said that he been messing with that girl since she was a little girl. Why he ain't in jail though? Yeah, I said Doe, D-O-E. I don't know why he ain't in jail though, because I know somebody messing around with my little kid would be in jail. Shoot. Okay, well, I'm just going to show you a little, I can send you the link of my commentary on it, or you can look it up later. I got the full video of this girl on my website, thehoodtable.com, on my website, because, again, it's 26 minutes, but I'm just going to show y'all a few minutes of this girl talking about her husband, and please feel free to click that link in the chat so you can get on the screen with me and let me know your thoughts on this, because this is really bizarre. So let me go ahead and click this link so y'all could hear it. Okay. Disclaimer right here, we are, of course, claiming fair use.
People so fucking nosy, though.
So for everybody stating their opinions about me and my husband, I can't go on my shit because some ignorant ass hoes got me fucking blocked for 30 days. So I'm Facebook jail right now. But since y'all wanna go on his page, we just gonna settle this shit now. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done with this shit and let y'all little ignorant ass, no class assholes talk after this shit. Me and my husband, we're married. Me and my husband ain't going nowhere. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give two fucks at that, not even one, about y'all opinions. Y'all on here talking about, oh, I'm just stating my opinion. I'm just stating my opinion. I'm just stating shit. It don't mean shit to us. So why the fuck waste your time and energy and your motherfucking time out of the day and your life to sit up here and keep on saying it? That's your opinion. We don't care. At the end of the day, everything is done. We're legally motherfucking married. I'm 18. I'm grown now. Talking about, oh, you just a baby. I'm 18, bitches. I moved out my mama house when I was 16. 16. 16. Fucking 16. What did I do? Get a job. Get a job. Pregnant and all, working. Pregnant. Fucking working. At 16 with no motherfucking body. I ain't had nobody. My mama was a druggie. Nobody, never had nobody. I'm not saying this to show to have no sympathy or looking for sympathy. Nobody sympathizing with me. This is not what it's for. I'm just letting y'all know that I don't give a fuck about y'all opinions. It don't mean shit to me. It don't, because at the end of the day, everybody have a life to live. Okay, Steve, thank you. He's 46. Half of y'all motherfucking mammies he probably fucked half of y'all motherfucking peoples. Probably fucked your mammies. And y'all hoes mad because y'all see us on our shit. Applaud us instead of trying to talk bad about us when y'all ain't even got y'all shit right. Applaud us, bitch. Bow down to us, because that's what y'all hoes need to do. Bow down, bitch. Bow down. The fuck? Rain. Kiss the motherfucking rain, bitch. That's what y'all need to motherfucking do. Yeah, man, this shit is like, y'all gotta do better than this. Y'all have to do better. Y'all have to do better. Cause this shit don't make no sense at all. Y'all sad. Y'all really fucking sad for even seeing some shit like that. Y'all sad. That means y'all mean to tell me for y'all to say claim y'all got it like that and y'all working and doing this thing. Y'all ain't got shit going for yourself. Y'all gotta sit up here and motherfucking and waste y'all time and looking on our pages and looking at every detail in a picture on every motherfucking picture in our shit. Y'all have no life. Y'all have no life. Y'all have no life at all. You have to sit up there and motherfucking try to do all that shit and scoping on our shit. Y'all ain't got no life. Y'all don't have no job. Y'all don't have no job. Come on, baby. Let me just put y'all on to a job. Cause y'all don't have one. Y'all don't. While I'm sitting up here living my best life, I'm getting fat as shit. Cause this nigga got me getting fat. I don't care about what the fuck y'all got going on. I don't. I'm happy. At the end of the day, not one of you older hoes or younger hoes that been with him have done anything for him. And that's why he love me so much, because I'm a genuine person and I'm real about mine and I do whatever. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I jump in front of a bullet for this nigga, so I don't care what the fuck y'all got going on. At the end of the day, that's what happens when people see you happy. That's what happens. But you know what? You got to be that strong woman. He got to be that strong man. He got to be that. I got to be that. In order for us to work through all this shit here with y'all fat assholes. But this shit ain't going to make me or break me. It ain't going to make him or break him. Because at the end of the day, we going to be together whether y'all like it or not. Fuck.
Let's go help people.
Okay, there's an ad there, and I'm gonna let the ad play, and then I'll let her resume, and then y'all gonna hear what her mother had to say. Longer video out there online. I just took this. Facebook post. It seems like he has no qualms, no problems about him marrying his young goddaughter. But as promised, let me go ahead and show you this video that the 18-year-old mother had posted on her Facebook, because remember I said earlier in the video that she stated that she also dated this man named Michael Hagenbrook.
Yeah, I hate you fucked out. Ew, she said that? You fucked out already, girl. My pussy tighter than yours. You 18. I'm 42. What the hell they do that at? I ain't hear that. Okay, good morning. Hey, y'all. Yes, I'm back again. Okay. Stupid. So Deja didn't take it. Look, Deja was living right over here when she with that one. See her? That's Bree Driver. She was at Bree Driver's house. And I was locked up in jail for my oldest daughter. Her name is Karma23 on Facebook. Y'all know her name is Jerica Wilford. Yes. So I was in jail with a gun charge because I was trying to defend my child. Because the little boy Flea, who is Andrea Moss' son, he molested Deja when she was 2. I let Flea and DeAndre and Crystal come and stay in my house, and Flea molested my baby. That's why I put Flea out my house when me and Chris Wilson was going together. So I went to jail defending my child. So when she was 16, which she was fucking with Mike then, I didn't know. People was coming into Rock Road telling me stuff. When I got home, I found out the shit was true. The day before Father's Day, he put her ass out because he thought she was trying to creep with some little young boy. But she came over here and got money from me to buy him a Father's Day gift. The mother who doesn't do shit, the junkie, the one who was never there. See, y'all motherfuckers talking that shit. That hoe ain't take care of shit. Only bill she ever paid was a cell phone bill. Okay? She ain't never had her own house. She just getting little jobs, and I had to push her to do that. I've been telling her for years to get a job. Finally, she got a job, and she holds jobs. She works very hard. At the same time, she's a fucking liar. Bitch, I took good care of you. When my cousin Tanisha Broadnex disappeared and hid, God bless her there, disappeared and hid with your ass. Yeah, that was me. When my Aunt Gracie Gordon, I used to send packages to my grandma's house, which is my Aunt Gracie house now, because grandma done passed away. So guess what? You know, when I sent them packages, she would give them to Niecy, and Niecy would turn around and sell them bitches to my Aunt Gracie, and my Aunt Gracie would buy them for my little niece Moet, Erica's daughter, my brother Janelle's daughter. Yeah, so all that I ain't do shit for her type shit. Yeah, that was there. That shit came from Jersey. That's what happened with that. And then when she got missing, when Jerica and Jay Brill came home, when DCF brought them on a motherfucking plane, I went to Atlantic City and picked them up from the air. If they happy, it's too late. They doing this and they doing. She coming. No, bitch, I ain't no deadbeat ass mama. Y'all got me fucked up. I'm a good ass motherfucking mother and a good grandmother. And y'all hoes that don't know me, don't comment on me, because y'all bitches don't know me. You inbox me, talk to me, ask me something, and I'm going to tell you what's real. I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't going to lie on you. I don't have time for that bullshit. I don't condone in that shit. I don't. Mike, you 50-some years old, talking about you 46. Boy, stop lying. You older than me. You older than mine. You older than Tommy Lee. That part. You right there. You went to school with Tutu them, who married to Mario. Come on now. You come on now. Y'all grew up around each other on 23rd. You was an old ass motherfucker giving worms to kids. And when Deja was 2 years old, bitch, you used to be at my house right on 11th Street. It was a pink and blue house. I painted it. Me, Chris, and Deja, and Jerica, and Jay Brill, we all painted that damn house.
So that is the mother's response to everything that's been going on. And ooh, child. Anybody want to jump on the link and discuss this with me? Man, I got my peoples on Facebook, because yes, we is live on Facebook, and we also live on YouTube at the same time. I got my peoples on Facebook commenting, hey Gail, hey Deborah, on Facebook. Ain't it a hot mess, y'all? They like, ooh, hot mess. That is a hot mess. Like, I mean, 61 years old. And again, there was some discrepancies. 61, 55, 46. You know, but I did show that picture of his arrest record from 2014. Let me just show you that picture for those of y'all who were saying he was 46 and they were saying that he was 50, and you know, do people really know how old the man is? So I'm gonna show y'all what I found on his arrest record. Let me just show you real quick. Excuse me. Okay. Let me blow it up. So y'all can see. Okay. First of all, it says right here, Michael Hagenbrook, age 54 years old. At the bottom, you can see he was arrested in St. Lucie. And it says year 2014. Now, as far as his charges, let me blow it up for you guys. Charges, there was 2 bonds, 2,500, 250. One of them was, they said original charge was trafficking cocaine. The other one, unregistered motor vehicle. So altogether, he had like a, excuse me, like a $4,500 bond. I'm sorry, a $2,750 bond. But yeah, right here, it shows you. Age 54 years old. That was in 2014. Hold on. Yep, that was in 2014. He was 54 years old then. If my math don't fail me, that equals 7 years difference from 2021 to 2014. 54 years old plus 7 years old equals 61 years old. So this man, 61 years old, married his 18-year-old niece. Hey, Melissa.
Hey.
Girl, he married his 18-year-old niece right after she turned 18, and there's speculations and allegations that her child that she has that's like 1 or 2 years old is his, and there's speculations that he's been grooming her throughout her life because he's known her since she was a little kid. That's her goddad, and they said that he was grooming her allegedly since around the age of 14. I'm like, what kind of R. Kelly shit is going on in Florida?
So I missed. I was getting out of the car when the bomb was on, so I didn't hear. What all did she have to say? The last part I heard her say.
Oh, you talking about the mother?
Yeah, the last part I heard her say was something about she was in jail and
a
Father's Day gift.
Yeah, I guess the mother has been like in and out of jail throughout her life. But when she first heard of them maybe messing around, she said she was in jail and she was hearing the rumors. People was bringing them to her. And then she said she verified it when she got out of jail. Yeah, you're right, Tiana. He probably started grooming her before the age of 14. And I'm thinking, like, what kind of sick ass mess is this? This is your godfather. Ain't no telling how long he could have wanted her or started messing with her. To marry her immediately after she turned 18?
Did they say anything about her dad?
No, I didn't see nothing about no father in her life, or not saying that he ain't around. I just haven't seen any.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be tearing that dude from limb to limb.
Girl, who you telling? Not just the daddy, the uncles, the cousins, the homeboys. What you, girl? Hey, Champagne.
Exactly.
Yeah, Champagne. I would not be surprised. She said it's been going on for decades. Just now hearing more and more about it since the rest of the world done went to shit. It's been going on for decades, and that's what a lot of people. I done said on here before. I don't know how many times, but at least once. I know I done said on here that the first person that I was ever with was over age, and I didn't know. He lied to me about his age, and he also was a guy with a very small stature. He had a baby face. He looked very, very, very young, and I believed him for the age that he told me he was. And then I found out a while later that his real age was much higher than that. And the only reason why I found out was because he has a twin, and his twin brother was talking about their birthday coming up. And I was like, you is how old? Oh, child, when my mama found out, oh, it was a wrap. When my mother found out, and I'm like, this kind of stuff been going on forever, since before the age of time.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it was allowed back in the day. You could be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, getting married or sold off to some man.
You know, it's so funny because I was telling one of my friends about when I was living down in Florida. Now, this lady was Cuban, and she was telling me the story about how her mom and dad met. And so, you know, she telling me this story, and she romanticizing it like it was some type of love story. But what she was telling me was her mom was like maybe 12 or 13, if that old. This man was in his 40s. His wife had died. He had kids older than her mama at the time. And at first, she was, you know, going over there under pretense that she was going to hang out with the kids. Mm-hmm. But she ended up moving in and marrying this man. So, you know, I'm sitting there listening to her talk, and I know I'm one of the people, whatever I'm thinking is on my face. And I know she probably was like, because I'm thinking, this ain't no love story, this is child molestation.
Girl.
I just couldn't believe how she was trying to package it. Because my friend was like, well, who was she trying to convince, me and you? I said, the way she was telling the story, she really thought it was like a romantic thing. And I'm like, your daddy was a predator.
Girl. And that's what it is. That's what it is. But a lot of people, I don't know why. It's like, I understand way back in the day, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, even the early 90s. But we in 2021, all these movements that's going on, all these R. Kellys that's getting arrested, and people is still out there seeking these young girls, and these girls are still out there messing around with these older cats. As if it's just normal.
In some of these foreign countries, don't they still believe in those child brides and stuff?
I think a lot of people just believe in, if she looks old enough, she's old enough. If she looks old enough, if she talks mature enough, you know, that's an excuse some people like to use when they mess around with young girls. Well, she seems so much more mature than her age. You know,
it wasn't nothing mature about what that girl was saying. She sounded like a little child that don't know.
Girl, did y'all see the comments on? See, you haven't been following the story, but as far as the man, Mike Hagebrook. Hold on, let me go to his page. Mike Hagebrook, Haugabook. If y'all want to go to his Facebook page, he just posted another picture of her and him in the bathroom taking a picture. But on one of the posts, because I was going through some of the posts, somebody said, God don't bless no mess. Leave him out of this. I'm pretty sure this marriage was not ordained by him. Somebody said they wouldn't be a mother if this type of behavior didn't disturb them. And you know what he had the nerve to say on his own page? He said, it seemed like I'm the only ninja in this town, because they live in Florida. He said, it seemed like I'm the only ninja in this town that have married a young woman. But since it's me, they got to have something to talk about. Look like you little girls are jealous of my wife. But keep on promoting us. I love it. That's what he said.
There's something wrong with him, too.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree that there's something wrong with him. I'm like, that's like your daughter. First of all, it's like your daughter. It don't matter if, just to me, and you can tell me what you think, but to me, it don't matter if the godfather was 30, 40, 50, 60, 100. That's your goddaughter who has been your goddaughter since she was born. You probably
Right.
changed her Pampers. You probably wiped her tears. You probably put Band-Aids on her boo-boos.
Right. You should be looking at her as a. Does he have kids already?
Yeah, he had 3 kids before they got
So,
married. And she's
so
proud to be the stepmama of his 3 kids, and she's only 18. He's 61, so just imagine how old his kids are.
that's what I'm thinking. He should be looking at her like he look at them, which I hope he's not looking at them like that.
Girl, it's a hot mess, and he is getting towed up. He is getting towed up on social media. Like,
what made it go viral or caught the public's attention because they were posting pictures or what?
I am not sure, but I'm sure what had happened was most likely somebody close to them found out, and they probably posted it. Because somebody sent it to me late at night, like a couple of days ago. Somebody sent it to me. They said, "Have you seen this shit?" So I went and looked at it. I said, "Oh Lord, I gotta talk about it." So I went and tried to find as much info as I can. And again, there was discrepancies about his age, whether he was 61, 46, or 55. So then I posted the picture of his arrest record, which clearly shows him being 54 years old 7 years ago when he was arrested for possession of cocaine and for not driving. I think he didn't have a license or something like that. He shouldn't have been driving. So he was 54 years old 7 years ago. So that would make him 70. That would make him 61 this year. Hey, Carrie, you said it's sad that their children will suffer as a result of their actions. Absolutely. And then there's people, oh my God, people, like I said, people is tearing him up on social media, and they saying, shoot, you probably been grooming her since she was 12 or 14. And they was telling the wife, the 18-year-old girl, how you gonna feel when your child get of age? What do you think he gonna do to her?
What is somebody was saying, now I did hear somebody saying something about the girl being 18 and got 4 kids. Is that true?
No, she don't have 4 kids. She got 2 kids. She got a toddler, and then she had a kid at 16 because she was talking about it on her that rant when she was going on. She said something about she moved out at 16, had a kid, but they got a very young kid who they are speculating might be his. And if that's the case, then he would have been messing with her before she turned 18 years old.
Yeah.
Or 17 for that matter, because the kid is like 2, I believe, and she just turned 18.
You know, I was watching Law and Order last night, and
my favorite show.
Yeah, SVU was on. They had, I think, their 500th episode or whatever. So anyway,
they still doing new episodes?
Yeah, it was a new one.
I gotta get caught up because I watched all the ones on Netflix or Hulu. I went all the way back and rewatched them. I love that show.
I do too. But Olivia was saying it was a guy on there that was her first or whatever, and she was dating him when she was 16 and he was 21. And so she was saying she was in love with him. She thought she was in love with him, and that her mom didn't want her to be with him and threatened to call the police on him and this type of stuff. But she was trying, of course, Olivia's storyline. Her mom was an alcoholic and this and other. So me and my girlfriend was talking about it, and she was saying that because what ended up happening, a lot of women came out and said that he raped them because he was older and he had relationships with them. So Olivia started thinking back, and she was like, well, maybe he took advantage of me too. At first, she didn't want to believe it. So my girlfriend made the statement to me, so, well, I guess they could have been in love. I said, love my foot. If you, any 21-year-old sniffing around my 16-year-old, it's not going to happen. Now,
it's all and popping. It's all and popping.
Right. Now, if she's 21 and he's 26, that's different. But a 16-year-old is a child, and that's statutory rape, and I ain't having it.
I'm telling you, my oldest son, he's moved out, on his own with his own family and stuff now. But years and years ago, when he used to work at Walmart, he used to always come home and tell me, Mom, these old ladies always be coming in there and they be flirting with me and ask me, do I got a girl and all this. He said, they older. And I'm like, boy, I'm telling you, you better tell them old hoes, they better leave you alone. He's like, but Mom, they might got money. I'm like, boy, you as a teenager, you come home with one of those old bras and see what's gonna happen to them. You already know how I am, and they gonna wish they never met you. Cause I be all up in Walmart, mollywhopping. Sure.
Yeah, I forgot you the mother of boys, because I personally
it don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. Some people's like, oh, girls versus boys. Nah, boys get abused just like girls, and I will dog walk somebody over my sons.
Well, you know what? I'm a self-proclaimed cougar, but I'm a cougar of younger guys that's not under 21 now.
Thank you. They ain't gotta ask their mama permission. Can they hang out late at night? They ain't gotta ask their mama, can they borrow the car?
Right. Now I will say, when I met my husband, he was 21 and I was 29, because it's 8 years difference. But he was a mature 21, but we didn't get married until, he was 25 and I was whatever. So, but yeah, I don't believe in that under 21, under 18. I don't like all that.
Yeah, it ain't nothing wrong being a cougar. I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with a guy dating somebody younger than him if he's older, but it becomes really pervertish when you go so low in age.
Right.
And that's whether it's a woman or whether it's a man. But more people look at it when men date somebody really, really young is more pervertish. But women, I think it's pervertish for them too. Like, come on now, you got sons the age of the guy that you're interested in. You don't think that's like borderline disgusting?
Exactly. And it's such a double standard, because I know so many guys personally that were saying that they lost their virginity at 10 and 12 and
to an older woman.
Some older woman. And I'm like, seriously? And it's always my uncle pushed me up to it, or somebody. I'm just like, that's crazy. I'm like you. I don't believe in that double standard. It's wrong either way.
I know somebody who had sex. It was a guy, and he had sex at like 12, and the person he had sex with was overage, but he didn't know. And she got pregnant, and they came after him for child support when he wasn't even in junior high.
What? So basically, they came after his parents. Because he wasn't even old enough to have a job. That's crazy. That's like these teachers. I've met quite a few guys too that said they was fooling around with their teachers in high school, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Like the what was her name, Laterno, the one that was cheating and had 2 kids by the dude.
Oh yeah, and then she went to prison, and and then when she got back out, they still was like, "Oh, we getting together." And I don't know if they were really, really in love, but it still was really, really wrong.
It was just weird too.
It was weird, very, very weird, very weird. And I don't even know how I can accept somebody like that into my life. It's hard enough to accept your son's or your daughter's boyfriend or girlfriends when they close in age. Because like my sons know they don't bring, they already know. You can meet a girl out there, but the one they bring home to me,
right?
They never bring home like no scallywags, no hoes, no girls that dress like they looking like they need to be on the corner. They never do, because they already know. I done told them before when they was real young, I will shut the door on y'all and tell y'all wrong house.
Right.
No, she might be invited over one time, and then after that, I'm like, try again.
Yeah.
Because as a female, we know the characteristics, the traits of a decent young lady. Like, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be all in church and all that kind of stuff. But I can tell by the way you talk, your demeanor. Like, oh my God, one of my sons had a girlfriend. Oh God. And every time she was around him, even though he was in front of his grandparents or me, his mother or uncles or whatever, she'd be crawling all over him. Just all over him. Touching all over him. And I'm like, the hell, y'all barely grown, and you look like you want to have sex with my son right in front of me, like shit like that.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Complete turn off to me. I'm like, ooh, I was so glad when they broke up. But yeah.
So did you say anything to your son after she left?
You mean after they broke up? Oh
No,
yeah,
like,
everybody did. Everybody was, because it was a party. It was a party,
okay.
and everybody was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Right.
And then after it was all over, everybody was like, "What was wrong with her? Was she?" Come on,
And
y'all needed a whole hotel room. Like,
I would have been so self-conscious because I know my family. They would have checked her right there in front while she was there. Like, hold on, young lady, we don't do that over here.
and I think the thing about it was he was young, she was real pretty, and all his friends was there. You know what I mean? So it's like, in one way, a lot of the guys was looking at her like, "Ooh, she's hot," because she was really pretty. She's a really pretty girl. But on the other, why is she acting all hoish? You know, why is she acting? And it wasn't like they were just with their friends or something. It was the point that it was a lot of grown-ups, a lot of people, or elder people around. I don't like that. That's just like kids cursing in front of elders. I don't like that. It's certain things you do around your little clique, your little crew, but when you in front of elders, your parents, your grandparents, you act a different way.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was a turn off for me, and I was like, "Oh God, ooh." When they broke up, it was kind of hard for him, but I was like, "Thank you, Jesus, thank you, Lord, Hallelujah." And the one he with now, ooh, I just love her to death.
And see, I don't even want to think about that. Because you know my daughter's just 11, but I know at some point,
it's coming.
Her mama old and her mama old school. So I feel bad for him and her because I ain't playing.
But see, I'm older and I'm old school mixed with the new school because I'm like from the streets, and I'm not nowhere like how my mother was, like just really strict. And
yeah, but
I mean, like,
my mother was super religious.
she was super religious, but I think even if she wasn't super religious, I think she still would have been strict. It was just in her character because she wasn't one of those. My mother wasn't one of those people who was ever out in the street. She was just always a homebody. She didn't do anything. She didn't go out. She didn't even curse. And this was before she went to church. Like, because she didn't start going to church till I was like 6.
So that was just her character.
That was just her character. So I think she would have been straight anyway. But yeah, that religion made it, just took it up a whole notch. But I'm a lot more laid back. Like, if you put us next to each other, people be like, "That is not your daughter." I'm all loud and boisterous and outgoing and friendly, and she's just like, "Hi."
Well, you know what?
You know, like,
I think my parents was kind of happy. You know, I'm the only girl, and I got 3 brothers, and I'm the oldest. But I've always been kind of heavy. And you know, when we were in school, like now, it ain't nothing for a girl my daughter's age to be wearing like a size 12 or 14.
Right. Yeah, times have changed.
When I was younger, everybody else was wearing a size 3, and I was wearing a size 10. So that was considered the big girl. And I used to say all the time, because I never really had nobody try to date me or anything in school. And I said, I bet you my parents were glad I was fat. They thought
that was fat. The funny part is we thought that was fat back then because when I graduated, I was in a 12 when I graduated. So I used to think I was fat compared to
me too.
Now I know better. But back then I used to think I was fat when I was in a size 12 because not all my friends, but a lot of people I went to school with, they was like 3s and 4s and 6s and shopping at those stores that only go up to like size 10.
Girl, I had to shop at like Lane Bryant.
Well, I didn't get into the Lane Bryant until because I was like a 12. I didn't get into the Lane Bryant until I was back about size 16.
Well, see, the thing was, back in the day, now they've changed even the way they they style the clothes because
Yeah.
back then, if you were like a 12, I won't say 12, I say 14, 16. That was like grown folks sizes, and you weren't walking around with no, like my friends was wearing the cut off t-shirts and the little mini skirts. They were making that for their size. So
yeah, that's what I hated back in the day. Everything for the plus size women was flowery and petals, like flower and petals. You look like they need to just place you in the middle of a damn garden and put a dandelion in your mouth. That's how they used to make the clothes for the plus size women back in the day. So over the years, I have come to appreciate how they make our stuff as just as stylish as these little more petite, smaller women.
But then on the flip side, I be feeling like, okay, now everything don't need to be made for a certain size.
Let me take a sip on that.
Look, they took it to the extreme. They went from one extreme to the other because now you can wear whatever you want, no matter what size you are.
No matter what size you are. Like what's that expression? Everything that comes in your size. How does they say it?
You need to buy it.
How does it go? Say it again.
I think it's everything they make in your size don't mean you need to wear.
Yeah, something like that. Just because they make it in your size don't mean you should wear it. Something like that. And I'm telling you, but you know what? On the flip side, Melissa, when I do see women, because I know I'm a big girl, but when I do see women like bigger than me,
you don't look like a big girl to me.
I am. I'm a big girl. You ain't seen my stand-up pictures. I got plenty of videos where I'm standing up or my dance video. But yeah,
I was gonna say I saw your dance videos. You're not no big girl. I mean, you ain't skinny, but you ain't no big girl.
But child, most of them videos is some years ago, like 4-5 years ago. But I'm a plus size girl. I am. I am a plus size girl. Matter of fact, just you follow me on Facebook. Just go through my pictures.
Yeah, maybe because I'm bigger than you.
I think me and you might be we about around the same size. I mean,
I doubt it.
Girl, we about the same size. I done seen you on your like standing up and stuff. Trust me. Like, did you see my pictures with me and my sons for his baby shower, my oldest son? And I was standing in between them. Yeah, I'm a big girl. What do you mean?
No.
But maybe I'm not. What some people consider big is not the same. Yeah, I get.
Yeah, like I said, I'll say, well, maybe thick would be a better word because I don't see you as a skinny girl. But
no, I ain't skinny at all.
To me, you're not big either. So,
Girl, well, I think I'm big. But compared to when I was younger, it's like I just cannot believe the older I got, I just could not believe how I thought I was so fat when I was in a 12 and a 14. I used to think I would need to go on Jenny Craig or, be working out like Richard Simmons back then. And I'm like, what?
But it's all about the mindset and the perspective because, like you said, when everybody else is a size 2 and a size 3, and you like a double digit, like a 10 or a 12, because I'll be the same way. I tell people that all the time. My parents were glad I was fat, but then I start showing them pictures from high school, and they be like, "You weren't fat, so you need to see the other kids."
Girl, yeah, compared to the other kids, like when I was in high school, I swear most of the guys did like the skinnier girls in high school. And I wasn't even like big, even though I thought I was at size 12. I thought I was just humongous. And I was like, all the guys want all the skinny girls. But then I had this personality, like, I don't give a damn. This is me. And I still feel that way to this day, to my age. I'm like, hey, either a guy's going to set me for who I am and my weight, or he's not. And if he's not, then there's no reason why you should be with a person like that if they don't accept you anyway. But what's up, Tom? How you doing?
Hey, Tom. I was more the
hey, Bill. Hey, girl. What's going on?
Hey. But Tanya, you probably about in my age group, right? Because I'm 47.
Yep.
And back then,
I'm an old head, girl. I'm an old head. I'm a triple OG.
Like Tom, you're 47 too, right? Then you just have
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we all around the same age.
So back when we was in high school and stuff, were you into them little skinny girls or size didn't matter?
Well,
Because where I grew up, it was skinny.
He said, "Well,
right."
I wasn't into none of them. I was more saying like, let's just praise the Lord. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah, he was in church. He was in church a lot.
Yeah,
no, actually, you know what though, sis? It didn't. It's because I have like my grandma used to say. She said, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. So she would always say. My grandma always say, you know, she got some big girls for daughters. Mm-hmm. So that's yeah. No, my sisters. I mean, I have sisters that you know, big bone, large in charge, plump, plumper, all that. That ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But one thing about that is that one thing I learned is that soul sisters know a lot of soul sisters. They know how to take care of themselves. Mm-hmm. And when they said large and in charge, that's how my sister was. She might have been a big girl, but she always stayed sharp.
Right.
And see, that's the thing. If you're a big girl, you gotta represent the big girl. You can't.
Yeah, I was around more. I mean, it's like that. I got sister-in-laws that's big girls, big bone, whatever you want to call it.
But Tone, now let's keep it real. Now I got 3 brothers, and even though their sister is a thicker girl, they're quick to holler at her. She too big.
No, that's some nigga shit. I know. What he saying? How high? More cushion for the pushing. I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah, because a lot of guys in my family, they been with every range of women. They done been with every range of women.
We ain't got time for brittle bone.
When I was in school, the thing was light skin, long hair, thin. Times have changed now. It's not that not saying that they didn't talk to the other girls, but those girls were considered a 10.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I was into the light skin, brown eyes, Albie Shore kind of guy until Nino Brown came around.
I just didn't get around into that. I'm just saying though, like because at the same time, I didn't want nothing what everybody else was looking at.
Yeah,
true.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I said it was always the one that liked the Twinkies like me, looking at me all crazy and cupcakes and all that. I like them. I wasn't looking at somebody over there nibbling on a celery stick, and eating ranch, and running at the nose. By the time she get up under the ceiling fan, she over here shaking and got to put 3 covers in.
Oh my God!
Oh, I ain't want to deal with all that. Anemic and all. I ain't want to deal with all that.
Yeah, it's my blood. I got low blood. No, you got low fat.
Whatever. No, that's just because you need to eat. That's what it was. That's what my daddy would say. You need to eat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we don't play all that. But y'all know what I got on here for, girl. What?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Please let me know how you feel, honey.
Oh my God. Who in the hell? And you know what? I know that actress. But that her forehead, she had a LeBron James on that Karen. Ooh, y'all know what? I fell asleep on it the first day, but I came back after work the other day.
Hold on, did you watch Karen with your wife, or did y'all watch?
This is what I'm talking about. Well, she finished watching it because I watched it first. Well, of course, I was tired as hell. Shit, when you 5 mile round trip on the bike, then yeah, you tired, work on your feet 10 hours that whole day. Yeah,
that was some bullshit.
Girl, please, I need to hear from both of y'all. But Tone, go ahead, because I want to hear from your wife too. What y'all thought about the movie?
Well, I'm for one. She had a LeBron James forehead.
Yes, she did. Mm-hmm.
And that I will tell y'all though on the strength though, because no, the white chick, she's a hell of an actor. She's very
talented. I've been loving her for years. She's very talented.
But no, actually, that chick from Hustle and Flow, no, she ended up.
Hey, sis, Lo.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the old girl that was from the Eminem movie 8 Mile. She died. But no,
the girl from Karen is the one who plays in the Orange is the New Black.
Right. But hey, y'all, on the strip, she played her part. Mm-hmm. But straight up, their people are like, well, shit, we got some of our people like that too. To this day, they are actually like that. Like, like for one, what really got to me is that the fact that I like the movie, but I didn't like the fact that they should have had the brother be a little bit more, just a little bit more masculine. He didn't have to be thugged out. He didn't have to be, but y'all got him smoking weed, sitting in the car like he from the hood, and he just a square, he square dance rap from prep school that might have been through a few things. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't mad, I ain't knocking them because I know some boys that went to prep that was they were some of the most brokest, gangsters niggas on the streets of Omaha. But the point is that when they portrayed the brother, it was like, okay, he being passive. Now, what I didn't really dig was the fact that here's a message to all of our people. What we got to really start learning how to do, y'all, and I got to cut the camera on for this. Off my motherfucking car. Hold on, woman, you'll get a chance to say what you got to say. Listen, what I would have did, honestly, y'all, what really needs to happen, and this is to my skin folk, even if you ain't my kin folk, but y'all need to learn how to shut the fuck up. In real life, and I'm talking about even with this movie, what I'm speaking on is we need to learn how to shut our damn mouths.
What's the storyline? I don't know.
Tell her the storyline, Tom.
Here's the storyline. This is the queen of Karen.
And again, hold up, babe. And for the people who just might be coming in, we are discussing the movie Karen.
Y'all really, y'all know
a white girl, a white lady named Karen who truly acts like
this shit Karen. Deep, man. This shit is deep, y'all. Like on the strength though, the way the Asian sister stood up was like, hold on, what you mean?
Right.
You people like, right. Wait, hold up, wait. See, I can also take that on a different level too because they've been on they bullshit too. But the point is that for us as a people, we really. Part of that movie, it was showing our vulnerabilities. We once we get comfortable with people, we feel like that these people are comfortable with us. We tell them every fucking thing. What time my mama had me? How many birthmarks my daddy had?
She was being really transparent.
How many women my uncle was married to? How many bowel movements I didn't had the other week? We tell them every damn thing.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey,
but we can't keep shit for ourselves. But I'm telling y'all, that movie really pinpointed out a lot about us. But them on the strip, they own people really like, look, we're gonna show you what it really is. When we say a Karen, when you over there kicking in over my trash, see her, and what I liked at the end though, see her cop or no cop, because and this is the true shit. That's what they do. Because they have family and loved ones in the law enforcement. So they start and they do shit. It's like somebody throwing a rock and putting a hand behind their back and saying that he did it.
Well, in racist families, especially like the KKK and all, they keep family members in law enforcement for their benefit.
You see what I'm saying? They went from they went from white sheets to blue suits with badges.
Yep.
In black robes.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So what we have to do, that movie kind of opened up my eyes too on a whole different level as far as like what a Karen really is. That is the true definition of a Karen. We might say, okay, she's out in the public hollering about in the customer service. No, what that European was doing in that movie was a true definition of a Karen.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because the Karens that we have seen, the Karens that we've seen in the media, I truly believe if the Karens that we've seen in social media were not being recorded, they would be acting on the level of this Karen. Like Mel, you have to watch this. I actually rented it on Amazon Prime for like $3. But
me too, girl. $3.99, girl.
24. Yes, this white lady, she lives, it's like this really bougie, sedity, suburban neighborhood and with expensive houses and all that. And a black couple who finally found the way, through their means of working really hard, was able to move in that type of neighborhood. And the wife is like us, Mel and Sislo. The wife is a blogger like us. And she's like a Tasha K. Like, I'm just saying as far as status, not as far as like the type of material. But you know what I mean? She made good money on social media, and he owned like this community center in the, in the hood or whatever. But once they move into the neighborhood, immediately she comes over to them and she's nitpicking with them about what time they bring their trash can in from the yard. The dude was smoking weed in his car one night. And
He was
popped up
smoking
in his
Reggie.
window, pop. I don't want my sister
her car.
I mean, she was literally harassing them, like to the point of
like.
Go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
How can she be sitting on this woman's car?
I would have shot
and
her.
You remain as you up. I was screaming at the damn TV because there is no way in hell I'm gonna come out my house and you have Parlay just chilling on the top.
How many people on this channel have seen this movie? Nikki or Cisco, have y'all seen this movie? When she was sitting on that car, do y'all know I was all up in the screen? Like, I would have knocked her ass smooth off my car. First of all, you trespassing. You saw she was putting her feet all into the car, into the paint, like scooching on the car.
Right. When she was beating her ass, and they need to make this is where I think, because everything is so true. The movie Karen is so true. They need to make it just a little bit more, because any Black person would have dog walked, and
they should have made it more real life. They should have made it more real life on the Black people side. On the white person side, as far as the Karen, that was real life. On the Black person side, like you said, if I would have came outside and seen anybody sitting on my car, Black, white, Puerto Rican, get the fuck off my car.
No, it wouldn't have been no get the fuck off my car.
I'd have shot your ass.
Yes, you would have got shot straight off the point because you're on my property. And then
you're talking condescending to her on her car. She was sitting on her car like she was owning that shit.
Yeah, she was doing
some Omaha Days shit, sitting on the motherfucking car.
Literally stalking this man. You following this man around.
All over. Folks out the doggone restaurant, and
because then the one dude at the party. That shit
at the party. She was talking to their friends.
She just had a problem with the husband.
No, Black people. She's a KKK. She's a racist.
Yeah, she was head of the HOA.
HOA, man.
She was head of the neighborhood association.
I wanted old girl at that party. I really wanted her to just bat the piss out of her.
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Because I'm like, you and these, who the fuck is these people? And I
just want to be your friend.
Who are you talking about?
I just want to be friendly.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you the truth. If that whole end of the story, and I know a lot of people haven't watched it, but I'm gonna talk about that whole end of the story. When she came in her house with that gun, I mean, First of all,
she's breaking in your house.
This is why I believe everybody should own a gun. Everybody not everybody, because some people they ain't got their mind right to be having no gun. But I think everybody should have a gun. Like, I really hate when these wives and stuff get upset when they Black husband got a gun in the house. Like, honey, I don't want it here. I don't know. No, get rid of it. No, please. I wish somebody would tell me to get rid of my pistol. But no, I would have had a whole pistol ready for her ass. As soon as I heard that little noise,
she was looking ready and loaded. She was looking
I don't keep a gun in my house. I'm one of them.
No, that's okay if you don't. But I'm saying from just from the things that be happening to people in their own home, out in the street. Like, I have a concealed weapons license, so I go anywhere with my gun besides church, the courthouse, schools, the common places by law. But my shit goes everywhere with me, like American Express. And too much shit goes on out here in these streets for you not to have a weapon. And that's just how I feel. But I know some people, they like scared of guns. They don't want a gun. They scared their kids. And I used to be that person until my kids got over age. And I'm like, I'm about to be a person in my house by myself. And I went, but you got to take the classes, do studying up on it. Trust me, you will get very, very familiar and comfortable with a gun quick if you do it. I grew up
carrying guns from the A to the Z. We was one of the first families to carry. We was packing in church. My mama said, "That's all right." She said, "I love the Lord, but I'm gonna keep this 38 special right here in my purse with one eye open."
I remember when I found out my stepdad had a gun. I remember when that first happened and I knew about it. I was like, "What? You had a gun in the house the whole time?"
Why not?
I was like, "Okay."
You know, got guns and shooting and stuff. It just hadn't. I've shot a gun one time, and I just did not feel comfortable with it. And I
So you
never
gotta keep going, Mel. You gotta keep going. Like I have shooting range. I have shooting range partners. You gotta keep going. The first time you shoot a gun, you're gonna be like, oh, you're not comfortable with that gun. But the more and more you go to the shooting range, you practice, you get comfortable with your gun, and practice all the safety measures. Have a lockbox at home when you have children in the house. Keep another lockbox in your car, because there's going to be times where you might have to go to your kid's school, go to the courthouse, go to the library, and you got to lock your gun up in the car. You can't take it with you. You really go to jail. But I was like that too. The first time I held my pistol when I bought my gun, that 9mm Glock 17, I was like, oh. But then I started going to the classes. I took intro beginners classes. Then I took a few more classes. Then I took concealed weapons classes. And then I go to the gun range and I practice. And trust me, you will get comfortable with your gun. Hey, Yusuf, how you doing?
I went to the gun range the one time that I did shoot a gun. And I just was like, this ain't. I was excited to go. I thought it was going to be like, this, that, and the other. But once we got there, I shot the gun maybe about 5 times. I was like, here, you can have this. I don't want to do this.
I was up there like, oh, give it to me.
As long as you know how to use it, though,
since I was 7 years old, I love to shoot. My dad raised us. He taught all his daughters how to shoot. Like that. He taught his brothers he taught my brothers how to shoot. He took us hunting. He set up stuff so we can aim and shoot. So
like
when I went to the military,
and the bottles and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, and when I went to the military, I love to shoot. I shot the M16s, the 9mm. I carried all those weapons.
Yep. It can be fun, but you also you have to be extremely careful with your gun. You have to know your gun. You have to know. Like I have a Glock, and if anybody ever had a Glock before, those are the ones that the cops use. They don't have like the normal safety. They don't have like the normal safety. The safety is on the trigger. So if you push down on that little button, that's the safety. If you push all the way down on it, it's gonna shoot. So there's certain guns that you really gotta know. You really gotta know what you need too.
It's like any other tool.
Like any other tool, you gotta know what works best for you. But I like my Glock because I don't have that where you gotta do an extra thing for the safety. If I pull it back far enough, it's gonna shoot. But the safety button has to be pushed all the way in for it to pull back. So it is a safety. It's just not your normal safety. But I put it like this: I'd rather have it and not need it.
That's right.
Not have it.
That's right.
Well,
that's real shit.
I think I'm the only one because, like, my family, we grew up with, my brother carried a gun, and my grandfather. I remember being in I was probably like the 1st grade, and he came over and he was ringing the doorbell one night, and he came over and brought his gun because he had to kill somebody with it. And I think that's what scared the crap out of me when that happened.
See, I don't know. I mean, I like I said, my stepdad had a gun in the house, and I didn't even know till I got older. So I actually pulled out. But other people around me, my cousins, friends, a lot of our family was in the gangs back then, so it was nothing for them to have a gun. So,
here's the things with guns too. Well, people have to understand, and this is just from just my outlook on it, but as far as a professional advice as well from trainers and all that, guns were specifically created for purposes of protecting your home and your property. So if you had property, which could be livestock, it could be dogs, cars, it could be your
crops.
It could be your old farming equipment that you do. That's property.
Yeah.
It wasn't you. It wasn't. The guns were not created to keep you from a fade. Remember that. Sometimes you gotta knuckle up. Sometimes you're gonna get scratched. You might get bloody, or you might get a bloody lip. But at least you'll live another day. Hot lead hitting you at over 1,000 feet.
I'm sorry, I'm closer to 50 than I am to 30, 40, and I ain't scrapping. Now, if it just happens, to somebody in my face and we just got to fight, but other than that, I'm gonna pull out on you.
Because you know why? Because most people, and here's the thing. And it's been, I'm not saying like, you know, for like, I'm talking about just in self-defense purposes, because you got to remember, son, everything might not always involve a gun.
Exactly. Because I got mace,
you got to be careful.
All kind of stuff too.
You got to be careful. That's why they tell you to take the classes.
You got to take the classes because one thing.
If you pop a motherfucker, man, and they unarmed, you better have a shit.
Exactly. And that's why
I'm so glad you going to jail.
I'm so glad you said that, Tone. You have to take those classes because even myself, who I think is a little bit smart, when I went to the classes, I learned so much. I'm like, so somebody can't just come in my house and they grab my TV and they walk down my stairs onto the sidewalk and I shoot them in the back.
No, you going to jail. You going
I'm thinking they stole my shit. It's certain things. Like if somebody is running away from you, it don't matter if they still in your house. If they are running away from you, you put it this way. You can't regardless, even if you are right, you're going to jail regardless. You're going to jail regardless.
Shooting from the front. Nobody in the back.
And they asking questions later. Even if you shoot them in the front, you still going to jail.
Once they run away from you, there is no law.
You still get fingerprinted. You get fingerprinted and all that.
Do y'all have
No, this is the law, period. If you shoot somebody, period, you getting taken down, you getting fingerprinted, and they gonna charge you for whatever, and you have to prove yourself innocent. That's the one thing people don't understand about owning a gun. You can't just shoot somebody and say, well, they were on my property. And that's it. No, you go get taken down like you a criminal. You got to call a lawyer immediately.
Unless you're the police.
Honestly, though, sis. Now, and I'm with you, and I agree with you on what you're saying. But in certain areas or certain places, specifically down here in Texas, if it's proven that you was at
what do you call it? Stand your ground.
Yeah, stand your ground and castle law.
Yeah,
stand your ground. We got stand your ground and castle.
But you got to go through the rigmarole. You still got to go through the rigmarole. You still got to get taken downtown. You still got to be questioned. You still got to, you know what I'm saying? It's not just somebody broke in your house and you shoot them.
It depends.
It just depends on the situation. That's all.
So you still got
It's a process. You just can't shoot somebody even if somebody broke in your house and they were raping you. You still have to. It's still measures that they have to go through.
No, you gonna get heated up.
No, I'm serious. If somebody, let's say somebody was raping you, and they raped you, and then they got up and they start running out your house. They running down your stairs. It don't matter if they slashed your heart out and you still alive, and you shoot them while they running away in your yard. You still can be arrested.
Oh no, I'm not
because you shot them while they were getting. You were no longer in danger. That's what they call it. You were no longer in danger.
No, say them bullets for practice. No, I'm not gonna shoot them.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's why you keep it right near.
No, we gonna me and them. No, I ain't gonna even say me and them. I'm just gonna say that them and the love gonna have a nice face-to-face talk. We ain't gonna even talk. Ain't even no talking. It ain't even nothing to discuss at all. You don't even get an option whether you're gonna have concrete shoes or you ain't gonna even get that option.
Just know you.
But see, you just gotta know. You just gotta know that you know that you don't give a goddamn what happened to you. If you feel like I give you some tone, homeboy, I give you some. You have to know, like there's certain things that I just know. Like I used to tell my mom when she was alive, if I go to jail for something somebody did to my kids, like molestation or something like that, do not bond me out. Save that money to take care of him because I'm sitting out that damn time until if I get out, I get out.
There gonna be no time.
If I get out, I get out.
It ain't gonna be no time.
There's certain things like you're like, okay, this dude was raping me. Yeah, he getting away and he running out the door. I'm gonna make sure he don't rape nobody else. I'm gonna blow his brains out in my yard. It is what it is. So
I agree. Jump out the goddamn window and catch you before you make it out the front fucking door. Shoot dead in your chest.
You ever see the
I say all the time, I try not to create no environment where I'm gonna have to go to jail. That's why I don't let nobody come to my house with my child here. I'm real funny about stuff like that. Cause I'm like, if the situation happens, I already know I'm going to jail.
Well, as a parent who grew up with perverts and who was touched as a child, trust me, I understand how that is when you have children. Because I'm telling you, I've always been that parent. If somebody touched my child, I used to tell my mom all the time, I'm going to jail.
But just don't. But us as parents though, as long as we don't wish that on the ill will level, then that's the thing that we'll know. God knows exactly what we'll do. It ain't that. I mean, it ain't that he don't know. It ain't that we don't know what we'll do. It ain't that our kids.
I used to make it known to everybody who's around my children, my brothers, my uncles, their grandparents, their cousins. I used to make it known. I dare you. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like I was trying to speak it into fruition. But it was certain things like let's say your kid is spending the night over somebody's house, and you were like, okay, now I'm telling my son in front of you, if somebody mess with you or fuck with you, or you better call me immediately because it's gonna be on and popping. It wasn't no.
I've done that.
Sometimes you gotta make shit clear to people. You gotta make shit clear to people.
Well, I've done that.
Can I tell you a true story? Can I tell you a true story? 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
I remember when you first bought Puff around down there when I was living in New Jack.
Oh Lord!
And that little dude was in a baby seat.
In a baby car seat.
So what you speaking on is the truth. Like you only trust people because come on.
Yeah, see, me and Tone, we go way back like 4 flats. He know what kind of parent and person I am, and likewise.
Still though, I'm just saying that all goes in that territory because we had to do what we had to earn that respect and trust, even as getting to know each other and knowing about church and all that, everything, and everybody that's in between the meantime, you know.
Yep. So I don't know what kind of parent I was. I did not play when it came to my kids from birth. He knows, like he knows personally. Yusuf said about to be back on the road was stopping by Love and Panel watching the wrestling. Oh, you about to be back on the road, but you drive safe. I wish you safe travel wherever you are going, whether it's home from work or if you're traveling out of town. Yes, have a wonderful weekend, Yusuf. Thanks for taking us with us. And y'all, if y'all not subscribed to Yusuf, let me shout out all the content creators in the chat. Of course, Melissa, she's on the panel with us. So Melissa King, my econ, Yusuf from Ratchet Today, and Miss Sislo, who's on the panel with us. Miss Sislo, Newsworthy Updates. Make sure you guys check out their channels. I think that's all the people in the chat who dropped down with his channel. Yeah. Oh, Vibrant Lowell, I didn't see you come in. Taste Ink. I just been running my mouth. Hey, Vibrant Lowell, Taste Ink. I think I said hi to you.
Yep.
Okay, hold up, y'all. Let's switch topics, y'all, real quick. Let's switch topics. What do y'all think about the remains of that guy being found, Mr. Laundrie, after he killed his girlfriend?
I had two outcomes on that. I just want to get mine out of here. Y'all talk.
Go ahead.
Check this out. Either one, he knew that he was gonna get caught, so he poisoned himself because he knew that area up there will rise in water. And guess what? It's lucky, damn if you do, damn if they don't find my remains. But it's funny how that same area that they found him in was all up underwater.
Right.
You mean to tell me that y'all was searching, but y'all did not see none of his remains?
And y'all had cadaver dogs, supposedly.
Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot of people are making allegations against the parents.
But
that
still,
they might have had something to do with it or known something.
Or mom and daddy like, you know what, son? We know you killed that girl, but we put everything online. Don't even worry about it. We got you. They had his ass already and left him out there after the fact, after the water went down. Because let me tell you, if his remains was dry, he was planted there. Remember that.
Right.
That's all I got to say.
I just think it's crazy because of the fact that they had searched there time and time again and didn't find anything. And then the fact that the parents, like, okay, they had lied from the get-go and saying he didn't come back home until or he didn't leave from home until the 17th when he really left on the 13th. They lied about that. They put him out 4 days later, which literally gives him like 4 days to do what?
His parents knew something from jump, because how he gonna come all the way back home
them folks
for a week
them folks
and then fly back out to where she was?
They mortgaged everything that they was worth. Them folks is worth over $5-6 million. You think that they about to just sit around here and let this idiot that's killed this girl? They knew they figured out. They probably figured this boy didn't kill his girlfriend.
Yep, and there is speculation that they might be charged with something after the warrant was issued. Because
that's aiding and abetting.
Yep, go ahead, Nikki. Go ahead, Nick Nack.
I said that's aiding and abetting, and they're an accessory at this point. They did all that stuff to help him and do whatever they were doing. They knew what the hell was going on, and they was helping him.
They have to have known.
Definitely be charged with something. I know that's their child and everything, but hey,
no excuses.
They had to have known, and they saying that there could be some charges that arise because they said before the warrant was issued, maybe not, but after the warrant was issued, then they probably could. If they done anything after the warrant was issued for his arrest, then they could be charged for something. But still, you lied and said he left the home on the 17th when he really left on the 13th. And again, on top of that, his stuff was just. His notebook was just here. His book bag was just here, and they didn't see nothing all the times they searched that same area.
What's the story timeline? I'm not familiar with this one either.
Okay.
That's the Petito case.
He was planted there. He been there, and then it's because his parents insisted on basically going to go look for him they damn self. So
like
right now you know Melissa, you know about Gabby, right? She was missing, right? The 22-year-old blogger, YouTube blogger.
No, I don't know.
Well, her and her boyfriend had Brian Laundrie had went on like this road trip, cross-world trip, or across the, trip or whatever. And in Wyoming, somebody had called the cops because they saw the boyfriend hitting and beating and slapping on the woman. And then they called the cops, and the cops, they said, okay, y'all go y'all separate ways. Brian, you go here, go to a hotel. You go here, young lady, But then next thing you know, he comes home without her on September 1st. He comes home without her in her own van. In her own van, he comes home without her to Florida. They was in Wyoming. He drives the van all the way back to Florida.
He had killed her and drove that shit, man.
And then her parents was like, where's our daughter? Where's she at? They kept asking for 11 days, trying to get in contact with him. His parents was stonewalling her parents. And so finally, around September 11th, the parents of the girl said, okay, we're going to call the law, because now her credit card and everything is missing. Like, everything's missing. They don't know where their daughter at. The boyfriend ain't saying shit. His family ain't saying shit. So on September 11th, she reported her missing. She reported her missing.
So the boyfriend wasn't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing.
He didn't say nothing. He came home without her in her van.
Tanya, you keep forgetting. He came home a week prior to him driving back in that van. He flew back home.
He came home with her van. And left her there.
He had flew home.
You got a plane
by himself.
No, he returned,
and then he flew back to wherever she was at and did what he did.
Bro, pissed.
And
right,
he
returned to Florida where he lived with his parents and her for about a year. They were staying together with his parents. So he flew back to his home with his parents without her on September 1st. Her parents said they were stonewalled by him, and they finally reported her missing on September 11th.
You know what Steel City looks like.
He killed that girl that same damn day that them damn officers.
Yeah, he did, because when they told him to go to a hotel and they told her to go her own merry way, they said they had no proof that he checked in the hotel, because what they did was a domestic violence hotel stay where all they use is like the firm or the company of the domestic violence and put the room in that name. So his name was never on any records in the hotel. They don't know if he was at the hotel or not. For all they know, the police could have walked away and left, and he could have came right back and did whatever he did with her.
Nah, when he went down there after
he strangled that girl that damn day.
Y'all gotta understand.
Yep, I believe it. I do.
If y'all look at the time frame, y'all, about the time that this girl and him, between her basically coming up missing and him being his remains found.
Yep.
Come on, man. The same fate that the same taste of death that she had to go was the same way that he dealt with.
But I just wonder, how did he go? I'm waiting for those reports, because his family reported him missing on September 17th, but then they later clarified that it was really on the 13th. So what happened between the 13th and the 17th?
Did they find his body?
That's the big question.
Yeah, they found his remains. And the only reason why they found let me tell you, the family, his parents found his remains, not the law enforcement. His parents found his remains in an area that the law enforcement had already searched several times.
Girls,
it was underwater.
It was underwater.
And then they said it was underwater.
Like to go to. Then they say there was a place up there he liked to go to.
His notebook, his book bags, none of that shit was underwater. So how did they find all that shit but not find him?
As I said, was the bones dry?
Girl,
you hear me?
Go ahead, Sislo.
No, I was agreeing with Brother Toto. Was the bones dry? I mean, come on now. Come on now. They got cadaver dogs. Cadaver dogs didn't find him. My daughter is a dog trainer.
Huh.
Yep, she sure is.
My daughter is. Hold on. Kaya.
Yeah, please give your daughter Kaya, because she is a dog trainer.
Hiding. I ain't worried about nothing.
It says, come on now, the parents have to have something to do with it. You lied, saying he went missing on the 17th. He really went missing on the 13th. Then y'all the one who found his body after the law enforcement searched several times for him in the same area. Then all of a sudden, y'all, the parents, find his body.
Okay, here my baby go. Okay, the question is, first of all, the Gabby Petito case, the young lady that went missing, the boyfriend came back in her car in her van without her. They found her body. Then he went missing, could nobody find him. So the police searched an area with cadaver dogs, and they didn't find nothing. But the parents went back.
That's what I really want.
And found the body in the area where the cadaver dogs. A whole body? Missing.
I'm talking about a fresh juicy body.
They found all
kinds of fields, or somebody lying. Did y'all hear what she said? Because them cats can't go missing because they pick up whether it's a bone, flesh, or anything. And his notebook and all that was on the scene.
Even if he touched the dead body and then touched a tree, they will alert to the smell of the tree, because the scent of the dead body is on his hand, and now it's on.
So I'm saying they found his remains. They did find his remains, but they found his family found his remains where the cadaver dogs, they said, missed it because they searched the same area. But
and they missed his notebook and his notebook and his book bag.
Multiple dogs is very cool. It's very
And she's
But
a
Kaya,
certified dog trainer, y'all.
but Kaya,
She
baby,
said
Kaya.
that's bull.
They
She said
said
that's
Kaya
bull.
that his body was underwater, but his notebook and his book bags and none of that
She
stuff was
said that doesn't
underwater.
make a difference.
Now it'd be different if the dog was alerted to the water, like if it was like a river and they alerted downriver because the scent moved, but the police would know to drag the whole river. So even if it was underwater,
From
the
my
dog
understanding,
She's saying if he touched anything in that area,
like a tree or anything,
like
right.
a tree or anything,
They
his
would be able to
shoes,
pick it
his clothes,
so they
and
should have
his
found
notebook
him
and stuff.
before his
The-
family found him after the water submerged.
Right, the dogs would have picked that scent up initially.
Exactly.
It could be the
Exactly.
lightest part of scent, but the dog would have picked that scent up. That's how
And then
cadaver
let's
does.
keep in mind, even though they said his body was underwater, his notebook, his clothes, his book bags was on dry land. That stuff wasn't there when the police first looked several times. Again, the
But what
family
my
finds
daughter,
him.
Well, so with that, if they send in cadaver dogs out for scent, like for human scent, cadaver dogs only look for human remains. So they're only trained on the smell of dead things that are dead. Now, if they send search and rescue dogs, that's different. They actually are looking for living. So they're looking for
Okay,
the
so
smell
that's the
of
difference. Search and rescue dogs search for live people and live scents, and then cadaver dogs search for like death scents or dead people.
right? But she also said that it doesn't matter if the body was in the river underwater or if it flowed downriver.
And that's what people were saying on social
They
media.
would have
They said,
still
"How
picked
could
up
you
the
guys
scent.
not
it
have
had to
found
go
him?"
in at some point.
It had to go. She said it had to go in at
I'm
some
sure
point.
they had to
So they
touch
would have
something.
picked.
And even then, if the dogs would have alerted to the smell of it being in the river, because even though water doesn't make a difference, like the dogs, a good dog should be able to detect no matter the conditions, no matter if it was like you got to have like extreme weather conditions for the dog for the scent to be washed away. Especially
And that's why there's speculation that
he
the
wasn't
family might
dead yet.
have known he was already dead and placed his body in that. There's speculation
Exactly.
because they already searched that area.
Yeah, they would have.
Place he was
wasn't
placed.
dead yet.
Yeah, they did. Somebody
Well,
put
even if
that
they
body
find
after.
you in the water,
Did you hear what
the
she just
water-
said?
they're gonna have some deterioration somewhere, so that should tell
Did you?
you.
But did you hear what she just said?
No, what she say? What she say, Kyle?
Kaya. Somebody had to place that body afterwards. After
That's
the
what
dog.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying
Come
to
through, Kyle.
told you, man. He got cooked.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
Because
y'all,
the authorities had already searched there several times, and then the parents automatically just know where the body is.
Look, when you kill, and I'm telling you from the law, when you kill, universal law, if it is not justified, or if the great God himself does not ordain that as a justifiable killing, the hell with what they talking about the law of the land is no. You kill, the law of cause and effect, you will die exactly the same way that it is that you kill.
Right.
But
So,
those
hey,
around,
y'all,
those
let me
around,
say
y'all.
this. Can I
what the
say
cause
this?
of death was?
Can I say something real quick,
Go ahead,
guys?
babe. Go ahead.
Oh,
I
do
just
your
want-
thing, sis.
I just want to say this while my baby, before she go to bed, y'all. My baby got recognition from one of the highest trainers in national trainers. Today he came to her job. He follows her on social media now, and he gave her accolades. That's one of the top national trainers. My baby is #1 in the state of Michigan, the youngest Black female to ever rank in dog training.
Oh my
God!
Congratulations, Kaya.
25 years old.
I'm gonna have to get her.
That's what's up.
Is she on? What's she on IG?
Yes, she's on. Give them your handle on IG.
I'm about to follow her on IG.
MCK9 _ working dog pack.
MCK9 _ working dog pack.
_ working
Dog
hat.
Please, Shadow be like, yeah, I'm ready now.
Okay, that was it. All right, babe. Thank you. I love you. Good night.
Thank you, Kaya. Congratulations.
I said thank you, baby.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh my
I'm so
gosh,
proud of her,
that is
y'all.
awesome. Do you
I'm
know
so
I
proud
used to
of
watch those dog training videos and
That's
be
real
like,
talk.
how they do that? How
Hey,
they make those dogs do that?
She get ready to start doing the drug detection now.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Huh? Oh, her dog is already certified for drug
Hold on, she
detection.
said, hold on, I can't find it. Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. MC
MC.
CANINE.
Is
Okay,
MC working?
No. Oh, damn. Well,
What
gotta
you say?
remember, can't invite him to the barbecue.
She getting ready to go get it. So, girl, because I don't know.
Okay, yeah, because I want to support her. MC.
It's all
I'm gonna
there,
have her
man.
type it in the chat.
Yeah, type it in the chat.
Yeah, it's still all there.
Much work, Mama.
Oh, I think I might have found it.
MCK9 underscore working.
That nigga's been on there going buck. Already going ape shit crazy.
Yeah, type it in the chat for us, Kaya, so we can support you.
What the hell's going on? There you go. What the? Ooh, they. Oh yeah.
How you been, Nikki?
Go back in there.
You could you know
what?
can search your name and you can find it, Kaya. Because that's how I always do it.
Did y'all hear about the story about Alec Baldwin?
Yes, that girl died.
What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, for sure. That's too bad.
What you say?
Uh-oh, we got a lot of feedback from somebody. Is it Nick?
Yeah.
Okay, she's muted. But okay, Alec Baldwin, y'all heard about that? He was on a movie set for a new movie, and they was using prop guns, and the guns killed one person and injured another person. I did not know that those prop guns had that much power to actually kill people.
Still shoot blanks. You still shooting blanks regardless of. And there's something. Okay, it's either one of the way. Somebody intentionally loaded something, or it was just accident, and it just all was timed out for her and everything else. But honestly, nothing happens. Everything has a reason. Point is that how in the hell is that her and another person, she died, the other person got struck by some of the same shark. They're like, okay, what the hell was they thinking? Like, or it was a bad round, it was something. Somebody's responsible for how that from one person's actions to the people that made the actual product is responsible for the death of that young lady. Simple and plain.
Right. Well, for those people who don't know, Alec Baldwin, which is a famous, world-known actor, they were filming their new movie called Rust in New Mexico yesterday. And the actor, who is 63 years old, he fired a prop weapon that killed the movie's director of photography and injured the director. And then they said it was an accident involving the misfire of a prop gun with blanks. And they said after the incident on Thursday, the director of photography, Helena Hutchinson, 42, was airlifted to the University of New Mexico Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. And director Joel Souza, 48, was taken by ambulance to a different hospital to be treated for his injuries, but he is going to be fine. He did survive. But on social media, on Alec Baldwin's Twitter page, he did make several posts. He said, "There are no words to convey my shock and sadness regarding the tragic accident that took the life of Helena Hutchinson, a wife, mother, and deeply admired colleague of ours. I'm fully cooperating with the police investigation to address how the tragedy occurred, and I am in touch with her husband, offering my support to him and his family. My heart is broken for her husband, their son, and all who knew and loved Helena." So he was the one, Alec Baldwin was the one who actually shot that prop gun and killed her. and also shot the director. That is crazy. I did not realize. I don't know. See, Tone, I thought with prop guns, I thought they were just props, and like when they shoot or whatever,
they are
like a sound effect. I didn't know that I thought it was a sound effect. I didn't know that they have like fake bullets or blanks in the gun.
Like rubber bullets or anything. It just depends. It could have been specifically for a scenario where it would have required for something to be something like realistic, to where it was like a scene where he would shoot, but there's no bullet coming out, but there's like some sharpener or some, some little, however, little material that they make to make it actually seem real, where it's partially is real, where it's stuff shooting out. And it's like that. I mean, but I don't have the answer. I just, hey man, may the great God Allah accept their soul, man, as is. But dude, that's a sad thing at the end of the day, regardless of, because she was doing what she was loving to do. It ain't like
I remember
it was like she was like, okay, she was a victim of mass murder, or somebody walking in the church killing you and going to get Burger King or that other bullshit, or just all kind of other crazy shit. You walking down the street and jogging and two motherfuckers off the red pickup truck, high hit, grab you and want to kill you and or somebody want to choke you for so-called false 20. It ain't none of that. It was just a freak accident. Like, I mean, honestly, a mistake. I mean,
well, if those guns, because I had read where there was two different other murders, one back in like the 70s and one back like in the 80s or 90s, and it wasn't a murder, but it was a killing. It wasn't a murder. It was a killing from some prop guns.
Death, you know what I'm saying?
So why don't they wear like bulletproof jackets or something? I mean. Why don't they wear protective gear? Or I don't understand. Like, I did not know prop gun. I did not know they had like those shit. I thought it was just okay.
They have blanks.
Gonna make it sound like the gun was actually shot from sound effects.
Do y'all remember? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Susan, go.
Do y'all remember that Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, died the same way?
Yeah,
and also the young man from the TV soap opera that came on. Was it Not Flanders or something like that?
Bosom Buddies.
Not that one. It was a nighttime soap opera. It was like
Bosom Buddies.
No, it was another one. It was another one. From no. It wasn't a Steve. It wasn't a comedy show. It was a. It came on. It wasn't. It was like Dynasty. He was blonde, real handsome dude.
Yeah,
and they died almost back to back from a prop gun.
Yeah,
there were rubber, but Brandon Lee's was self-inflicted. He was playing.
Okay, well, I just put up a list here. In 2017, stuntman John Berniker died. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go back. Actor John Eric Hexum.
Yep.
He died from a prop gun. That was 1984, 44 Magnum. On the show Cover Up, yep. And then actor Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee. He died at 28 of a 44 caliber when filming the movie Crow. I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that one. Wow. I had no idea.
And John Eric Hexum was so doggone fine.
Wow. Yes, he was. Like, I couldn't imagine what Alec Baldwin is going through at this time.
Yeah, he definitely got a fifth in his hand. He got a good ass fifth of some that good ass drink. He probably smoking a stogie. He better be smoking some weed.
Shoot, I'd probably be drunk as a skunk. Shoot, I know I'd probably be drunk as a skunk if that would have happened to me.
Yeah,
he need some Xanax. He need some Xanax or something.
That is so sad.
No, he don't need none of that. No, he already had to beat that opioid addiction.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like real talk, he was snorting dope and drinking drinks. So I don't know. Hopefully, he just trying to just deal with it because that's gonna be hard, man. That dude had to do some recovery to get to where he at right now. So for him to have to fall back like that, that's the ultimate test. But I believe he'll get through it. You know, he'll get through it. If not, then hey, man. I mean, it's life, man. But don't get it twisted and start walking around like, yeah, I'm a killer. No, don't do that. You don't get stuck like that. You don't get stuck like that. You
from
get
what
put
they saying on from what they saying on CNN, they're saying that the reason for things like that to use those type of guns is they want the scene to look as real as possible. They want the story and characters to be believable. And they said blanks help contribute to the authenticity of a scene in ways that cannot be achieved in any other manner. And in the cinematography, they said it paints a story with light and framing. Firearm experts are there to enhance a story with drama and excitement. And they said the more gunpowder that is used, the bigger the flash and the blast from a prop gun. And they said blanks expel gunpowder and hot gases out of the front of the barrel in a cone shape. He said this is harmless at longer ranges, but the explosion can be serious injury if someone is too close.
And she was right up on him.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, even if it's something that's so small as like 10 to 15 feet. If you got her and the director like literally right there, less than 20 feet away from him, he goes, get that shot right there. And then there's a pow. Oh shit, yeah, you and her. It's that real talk. I mean, that's unfortunately sometimes we'll pay with our life, man, for the perfect scenario, whatever. I mean, I don't know. But unfortunately, man, rest her soul. She died doing what she loved.
That is so sad. I'm just prayers to her family, you guys. Prayers to that photographer because they said that she was really brilliant. She was great at what she did. She's been in the game for a long time, so prayers to her.
And I have a question. I thought I could have swore I heard y'all was talking about what the hell was going on, man, with that? Now, I don't want to really bring it back too much up, but what is going on with the young man? I mean, the young lady and the brother. He's like one of my brother's age, like 55, 56.
No, he's 61.
You talking about that 61-year-old?
You say he's 61.
I think
yeah.
Yep. Right?
61.
The devil
all I gotta say is go through my videos.
Go ahead,
he is 61 years old. He is 61 years old. He is 61 years old. And he married his 18-year-old goddaughter who just turned 18.
Oh, he'll be a Bayou brunch.
And there's allegations that he was messing with her for years before she
Gator bait. Boil that man in some sugar. He'll be gator bait.
In Florida too.
Man.
Gators everywhere in Florida. What had happened? I don't know.
Oh, he'll be gator bait, man. Come down here. Bring him on down here to Texas. Deep in the heart. Trust, we got a little something for him. He ain't right. That ain't right, man. You don't do nothing like that. Really? Nigga, you really? Like you like my second oldest brother's age. And you must really I mean shit, I still got one daughter left at my baby about to be 17 this year, really? You got to be out your rabbit ass mind. And then dealing with this shit with old Robert. You see what they did to Robert? And you still
Who is Robert?
You know who Robert is.
You can't say that name.
Okay. I know you didn't ask who was Robert.
It threw me.
Did y'all hear about the lady? Did y'all hear about the daycare lady who was charged with hiding 26 kids in her basement?
Oh, she need her whooped.
There's a daycare. Now, you know how with daycare, especially in the home, you can only have so many kids.
Y'all need to
whoop her. At a home daycare.
Her.
Well, what she did was she would accept more daycare children than what was allowed, and she kept a certain amount of them hidden in the basement.
I'm sorry,
so that
y'all.
nobody else would know she was over her daycare limit.
I'm sorry. I don't hit no woman.
She was sentenced this Thursday for 2 dozen misdemeanor child abuse charges and other crimes because what she was doing was being greedy. She would have like the normal rate of kids upstairs, but then she kept all these kids hidden in the basement. She said they were malnourished. They were like
how long she get?
How long did she get? She got hold on. She got 6 years. She got 6 years.
Wait. 6 years?
That's what she got. 6 years.
You know what?
So the parents didn't notice?
They didn't know.
Let me tell y'all something.
She was lying about the amount of children that she had in her care. Because most home daycares, you can have like up to 12, something like that. She would have the right amount upstairs, and then she would have all this extra overload in the basement that she was charging probably under the table.
But
Wasn't none of these kids telling their parents they've been in the basement?
They saying that they found 25 children in the basement. 12 of them was children under the age of 2.
Can I say this?
No, they too young to even say anything.
Parents didn't notice something.
They were too young to even say.
What about the parents? They didn't
notice the parents.
They said there was 2 adult employees supervising these small children in the basement, and one of them accepted a plea deal and testified against the daycare provider.
Okay, but if I got my child at home and my child is very thin to me, there's a problem with that.
Let me show y'all the picture of this daycare lady, though, y'all. Let me show y'all the picture.
Hey, no, on the strength, though, y'all. On the strength. Y'all, and I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all, cause y'all my people. Oh, y'all know I don't put no. I don't beat women. I don't do stupid shit like that. But her. Oh my God, she would get the Floyd Mayweather Mike Tyson special. She would be Willie Lump. By the time
she half dead.
I would close her eyes.
She looked like Janice Dickinson too.
Her eyes would be purple and black and blue. With no teeth.
Child. She looks really scary. Don't she look scary?
Look at her chin.
She look crazy.
That's just the beginning.
Can y'all see her chin? She looks like she might be like 70 years. Look at her chin.
Some people don't age well.
No, she look like she 200 years old.
Hey, I know a laboratory you can send her to. I know a perfect laboratory you can send her to.
Oh my God.
No, y'all think I'm playing, like for real.
This is horrible, y'all. Like this lady,
this lady could be
25 kids under the age of
dissected and all that.
And she only had 2 workers.
Okay, still though, wasn't some of the parents coming at the same time? Didn't they notice how many parents were picking up?
The parents had no idea.
How the fuck do you got 20 something?
The parents had no idea because the children were. The children were under 2 years old. When they would pick the kids up, the kids would be upstairs.
Them is bang.
These kids, you gotta remember, they under 2 years old. They can't talk.
I know, but I'm thinking, shouldn't about 40 parents be showing up around the same time?
No, she only had so many kids upstairs, and they said that when she was arrested, one of the parents of one of the children got there when they was bringing that child upstairs from the basement. The parents had no idea that she was keeping some of her kids in the basement. I mean, come on. I used to go to the home daycare.
Ain't none of these parents check on their kids. When my kids was in the daycare, I went to the daycare. I would just show up whenever, any time of the day, and check on my kids. What the hell? They don't check on their kids. Nobody do. What the hell?
My child used to go to home daycare too. Like, matter of fact, they went to like 2 or 3 home daycare. And every time I came in, to their home daycare, they would be right there. But I'm just assuming that.
Okay, but you still got these babies at home. They can't talk. You got your child at home. You can't tell that your child got some form of neglect or abuse unless you doing that same shit at home.
I don't know.
And my thing is, too, most of the time, people dropping their kids off around the same time. It's like 25 cars.
She said, and guess what she said to her lawyer, y'all? Guess what she said to her lawyer? She said that she had difficulty saying no to parents who wanted to place their children at her daycare, and that situation just snowballed. So she talking about she had a problem saying no to parents because she was over her limit. I don't believe that. I think she was greedy.
Taking that money.
It's one thing to have money. 1 or 2 extra kids, but she had 26.
Okay, well, question, because I'm going through this stuff now. It also depends on how she got her shit listed. If she's like registered with the state as a license or registered home, or is she just listed? If you are just listed, you do not have pop-ups. They don't come to your house unless somebody has filed a complaint. So either somebody filed a complaint, because I cannot see no way in the world of hell the state wherever this woman was at allowed for her to have all these children. And I know in Texas they will pop up unannounced at least twice a year, depending on when you get your license and registration and all of that. But they popping up at least that first year, at least 2 to 3 damn times. So you sit there and no, there's more to this story. This woman,
nobody
cannot have with the state.
I'm breaking every bone in her body.
They saying that she was only licensed to care up to 6 children, which was what I was saying earlier. A lot of home daycares, they only license depending on how many employees they have, depending on how big their house is. She was only licensed for 6 kids.
Then that also goes, then if she was licensed for that, then that goes on child licensing because they was not coming through doing what they were supposed to be doing.
Every bone in her body.
So that's a whole bunch of damn people.
And if she y'all always want to fight. Y'all want to fight.
No, I don't always want to fight, sis. But that is
shit. The kids can't fight for themselves.
No, baby, really. I got my fat man up in there. That's my dude. And then you talking about up under 2 years old? Those are babies.
I know.
Why do you need that many kids around with your dusty ass? What the fuck is you doing?
She's talking about she couldn't say no. It's 26 kids under the age of 2. Who the hell can take care of that many kids under 2 years? The crying and the screaming and the Pampers and the formula and
don't let the size fool you. You still some haymakers. My record is good.
That's why I'm only doing one, and that is my own. Because other people, there should be other folks held accountable.
A whole lot of folks.
Well, you heard me say they had 2 employees down there, and one of them took a deal to testify against the daycare owner. Because they didn't want to go to jail.
Because they was milking the game.
But that was common sense. You got 26 kids. That's like a whole
sacrificing though. You sacrifice. You didn't
give
a fuck.
Then again, like I said, it also apparently she was still over. But it also depends, like I said, depends on the state because you can have so many caregivers per so many kids.
Per child, right. But for 26 kids, isn't it like 1 caregiver per 5 or per 6?
It depends on the ages. It depends on the ages.
Yeah, they probably should have had like at least 3, 4 more.
But if she had that many damn kids, then she should have been a learning center. She needed a fucking facility.
Right.
There ain't even that many kids in a classroom. That means she got at least 32 kids there. There's not even that many kids in a classroom.
And how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that she was giving these mothers some good discounts? How much you want to bet?
She had to have, because there's no way the hell the state is paying you, and they know damn well you are only licensed
Right.
to have.
It was under the table.
Need them half nigger babies over here with me. I'll take care of getting bologna sandwiches and Smith.
But you know what? When my children were daycare age, I couldn't get the Title 20 because my income was over the limit. So I always managed to get some really great daycare ladies who worked with you. They're like, okay, I understand you don't get Title 2020. So this is what I'll charge you every 2 weeks. And my daycare ladies would give me a discount, because I didn't get help from the state. But still, they only accepted the amount of kids that they were supposed to have.
And see, I know right now down here, but assistance, childcare assistance, there's a goddamn waiting list.
I watched this
so that's basically everywhere.
Yeah,
but because that shit is expensive.
It's very expensive. I can't imagine how expensive it is nowadays.
It's like in Texas, the average is about $777, and that's for an infant.
Wow.
For how long?
Babies.
And when my kids were younger, it was like almost $200 per week for an infant.
See, like I said, my mom growing up, my kids usually we didn't do it, but they did Roro's daycare, and they was with Roro's daycare for forever.
I remember Roro's.
Yeah, I'm like, that's who they went, and then my cousin has a nice home Christian daycare, so that was family, and that was my youngest one. Actually went through her, but my other three, they was really with Roro's.
See, I can never do the daycare because I can't handle. I ain't even gonna lie. I better call somebody, say, "Your kid up here cussing, come get his butt before your kid spit on me. Your kid talking back. I can't."
See, I always did the real small. They were always small home daycares, so it wasn't a whole bunch of kids.
I remember growing up around some roguish daycares, man.
So I guess that's
niggas. It was some roguish ass niggas came out.
Hey, Caramel Diva.
Hello.
What's up, girl?
How you doing tonight, man?
Trouble in the land. What's up, sir?
Not well. Not doing good, but
you don't feel too well?
Not me. Found out. I'm up here with Mom.
You in Chicago right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had to take an emergency flight because they took her to the ER the other day, and I had the doctor do a brain scan because I was like, I can't wait another week. I'm here now. Do a brain scan, and apparently, she's had a massive stroke. And they said when that happened, they said to look older than 2 weeks. So that means when I told them people to do that brain scan before they sent her up here, they fucking lied because they didn't do one. And not that they could have stopped it, but they could have
treated her
kept the damages.
Or something.
Yeah, kept the damages from being as bad as they are.
Yeah.
So now the neurologist that I talked to today said that she won't be talking again, moving on her own. She doesn't know that we're even there.
I'm sorry you're going through that. I understand. I've been there, done that, so I understand. I'm sorry you're going through that. I keep y'all in my prayers.
Thank you.
Me too.
It's been a rough day.
How long are you going to be in Chicago?
Oh, I'll come back tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? So how often are you going up there? I know you were just up there a couple of weeks ago, or
about 2 weeks ago.
And are you driving? Like, what are you renting a car? Are you?
I flew this time just because it was an emergency, and I had to get up here real quick. But I don't. Right now, my brother and we have to discuss what we even want to do. Because right now she's basically a vegetable breathing on her own.
Oh.
So it's I
So
we
what
don't
are
know
they
what to do.
recommending? Are they recommending you hope and pray that she gets better, or
They haven't recommended anything yet. I have to consult with all of the doctors and see what they say. So we'll have to do a phone conference or something.
oh,
But I mean, at this point, it's like I don't want her to continue suffering.
right,
And we always had a pact that, you know, if it came down to something like this, that don't let me suffer, you know, don't let me hold on like that. But it ain't like it's something I can unplug because she's breathing on her own.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So she's bleeding on her own, but
So,
she still doesn't like have knowledge of who's around her or who's who, or because of her
mm-mm,
throat.
mm-mm. Yep.
Okay.
So in addition to the stroke, the main vessel going to her left side of her brain is blocked.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm sending you a
Well, we
virtual
definitely
hug,
gonna keep her in our
Caramel Diva.
Yes.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes, and I had no idea. I know that we had planned to drive up there, together, one of the times you go, but I didn't have no idea that she was already up there or, what was going on. But
It was just such a quick thing.
yeah.
I had to hop on and go and, get my kids together within less than a day. But that wasn't a big deal, They could go. My daughter's with my dad and my son's at home, so.
Yeah, they at that age where you don't have to worry about them being real little. And
how old
well,
is
actually,
your
she's
mom?
back home. 65.
Oh yeah, so she's not that old. She popped off. I'm sure she'll be right back. But yeah, everybody keep Caramel Diva and her mother in her prayers.
Definitely.
She has
For
been
sure.
definitely going through it over this past month or so. Oh Lord. For those of us who's lost a parent, mother, father, y'all already know. I know how it is, y'all.
Already know. I went through it with my mom for 2 years.
Uh-huh.
I feel like yesterday,
After
man. From 07, I bullshit you not, man.
Yeah.
Still feel like yesterday.
01, 02.
Yeah. Mine was 15. Mine was 2000.
Well, you know what? I just had to get in my mom's tail the other day because she right here talking about she had went to the doctor and she hadn't taken her blood pressure medicine because she ran out. And I'm like, how much is your prescription? It's like $7. I'm like, don't you ever do that again.
I know, right?
I'm like, $7?
Like I can cash app you that.
I only live 15 minutes away. I told her, I said, don't do that. I'm
or
like,
you
I
could have
only
went to
got
the pharmacy and got it yourself.
yeah, I told her I had to get it. I said, like, she was my daughter. I'm like, I only got one mom. I need you to do what you're supposed to do.
Right. Hey, Caramel Diva.
Hey, I'm sorry. My fat face hit a button.
That's okay.
I ain't gonna
We were
stay
just up
on
here
long.
talking about we know how it is, losing a parent, and it's
just
really hard.
dealing.
It's really hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
I've been crying off and on all day just because you know how tight me and my mom are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know.
I'm not just losing a parent, I'm losing my best friend.
Yeah.
Yep, understand.
Yep. And those relationships are usually unreplaceable.
Nope,
Well, we gonna
because
keep
ain't
praying.
nobody.
We gonna keep praying for you, love. We are definitely gonna keep praying for you, love. Yeah.
I appreciate that. We are gonna we're looking into filing a suit against that hospital there.
Oh. And that's the one that was here, right? Before she left, right? You got you a good lawyer. You better get you a good malpractice. There's some good ones out there.
We just start. I mean,
you kind of going in and out.
Even had a chance to.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. We haven't even had a chance to really fully grasp. We haven't had a chance to fully grasp everything yet, but because we just found out all of this today.
Yeah.
About the massive stroke and stuff. So, but between my brother and my sister-in-law and I, we are, excuse me, looking into doing that suit. So.
Yeah, and I don't know too much about medicine
because
or whatnot,
had they listened to me,
I'm just thinking if somebody had a massive stroke and a hospital knew about it, that they would immediately start treating them with certain medications or something. Immediately.
They could have given them. Right.
That's crazy.
To stop the clot anyway.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. You know, it's a blood.
Yeah, it's a clot. A blood, yeah. Yeah.
The only thing about strokes, as far as like active treatment, like you have a certain window you have to get in, like if they're gonna give them TPA or something like that, which is something that helps them recover, but you have to be like within like a 24-hour window.
Right.
So if it's beyond that, a lot of times they'll let you know it's not really a whole lot they can do, but they still could have told you, you know?
Right. Right. Because they from what I'm getting, they weren't treating her the way they should have once, and they didn't even know that she had a stroke. But then they transferred her all the way 8-9 hours away to another facility in the meantime.
And they did an MRI and a head CT, Caramel.
No, her phone dropped off again. No, she said that they didn't. She said they were supposed to, and they lied. They said they did it, but they didn't.
Yeah, because usually that's the first thing. Whenever you come in with stroke symptoms, like any type of numbness or altered mental status, that type of thing, they're gonna do like a head CT, and then the next thing would be an MRI, unless you have like some type of medical condition where you can't do a scan or something. But that should have been the first thing they did.
Yeah. Go ahead, Caramel Diva.
Around one day, the next she came.
Are you in the hospital right now, or are you in a place where the service isn't too good? Because we can't. You just sound what do you call it? Robotic.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in my hotel room.
Oh, okay. So sometimes in those hotels, you might have to sometimes go to the lobby to get better, or out in the hallways or something. But
girl, I'm about to get naked. Is what I'm. As soon as they bring my wings, I'm getting.
Let's get naked.
There's gonna be hot wings and ranch everywhere.
So you can't do that anyway. Go in there, take a shower, or sit in some bubble baths in the tub at the hotel. Do they got candles like that? You really need to wind down. I might have to visit you when you come back into town. We might have to have a girls' night or something. Get me, you, and Don.
I already had a half a bottle of wine.
Oh, say she needs some wine, right?
Oh, Cislo's coming here too for a wedding, Caramel.
I don't know. We had half a bottle.
Yes. Melissa, we might have to have your butt come up here to the O.
I want to come to Omaha now that I know some of y'all up there.
Yes, it's a whole bunch of us up here.
It's a whole bunch.
It's one too many.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch. It's more than you would ever think.
You're gonna be like, oh my God, so many black people. Like, oh.
Until I met Tanya, I didn't know that.
Right.
And this is in 20.
A lot of people don't.
Okay? A lot of people.
I used to bring my friends home from the military and bring them here, and they'd be like, "Oh, there really are more black people than just you and your family." Yes, it's a whole lot of us here. Because they used to always ask me that.
I still can't believe in 2021 that people still be thinking it's like 5 black people in Omaha or in Nebraska, period.
Right. They be watching Belly. It's a lie. Don't listen to that.
Yeah, don't watch Belly because it wasn't going to film here anyway. Sure.
Right. That's a whole bunch of lies. Don't listen to Belly. That'll get you messed up.
Nebraska's considered what, the Midwest? Is that
yeah, right in the middle. You can't get no more.
We right in the middle.
You can't get no more Midwest than Omaha, Nebraska. Nebraska is in the Midwest, but our city of Omaha. Nebraska is a Midwest.
We are right in the middle.
Omaha is right in the middle of the map.
So,
River City, Jack.
What states surround Nebraska? I don't know.
Well, you got Kansas, you got Missouri, you got
Iowa,
Colorado,
South Dakota.
It's like 5 states surrounding us. We're literally right in the middle. We got South Dakota, Colorado, Iowa, and Missouri right here. We got Kansas. We're like Colorado's like right beneath us, and South Dakota is up there, and then Iowa.
But I just wonder how y'all.
You gonna make me pull up a map? Let me pull up a map.
For real, pull up a map right now. Pull up a map right now.
Yeah, pull up a map. We right in the middle.
Caramel Diva, we is gonna keep you in our prayers, like really, truly, Caramel Diva. You and Mama Diva. We
are for real.
Good job. All is well.
You are not alone.
I know it's a hotel, but if you need to call me or any of your friends, I know you have a support team here. You have a support system.
Real talk. Good vibes sent to you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. And when you get back, let me know. We can all hook up, have a girls' night, whatever. Because I trust me, I understand, and some people on here understand what it's like to be going through this with your parents. Absolutely understand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did it with both of mine.
Yeah. And her phone dropped again. She's in a hotel. I don't think they got good service at the hotel she's at. But yeah. But yeah, look us up on the map, Melissa. We surrounded. We literally right in the middle.
I just pulled it up. I'm looking at y'all right now.
Yep. And Omaha is on the far east. Omaha's on the far east of the Nebraska. Like a
River
little
City. Now what is the River City?
Okay. Yeah.
Original River City.
Back in the day, this was like the telemarketing city of the world.
I do remember that.
The markets for the cattle and the beef, the steak. I mean, yes.
So like, the only thing I knew about
you remember Mutual Omaha? Remember Mutual Omaha? Remember Wild Kingdom? The Wild Kingdom show with all the animals, giraffes, and all that?
No, I ain't know about that.
Yeah, the Wild Kingdom was a national show.
The Mutual Omaha Wild Kingdom was. I was from here.
No. That was the name of the show, but it was based off of our zoo and.
Yeah, Mutual Omaha.
Wild Kingdom.
Y'all got it, Omaha. Y'all got a Wild Kingdom out there too.
No, Wild Kingdom was just the name of the show. Every week they were focused on different zoo animals or different animals in Africa or
Okay.
But it was based out of
World Series.
College World Series.
Yeah, College World Series, all that stuff.
This is where the College World Series is every year. Like we get deep around College World Series.
Oh, they get big money. They get a couple $200 million a year.
You ever heard of Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world?
He's from here.
He's from here. He lived.
His old crusty ass still live up there in that same damn house.
He still live over there by 60th up there.
So Omaha.
Yep.
In Omaha, Nebraska. He in the Underwood area over there by UNO.
Yep, off of 60th.
I say y'all right next to Iowa. Literally.
Yeah, idiots out wandering.
Literally.
We are a bridge.
You can ride over the bridge and you'll be in Iowa.
Now I do know
Yeah,
people from Iowa,
The
but I
bridge.
don't know no black people from Iowa.
It's black
No,
people in Iowa too.
It's a bunch of
I know,
niggas
but
over
all
there
of them
too.
I know is white. I haven't met nobody black from Iowa.
Yeah, like Council Bluffs, Iowa is like a really, Iowa, technically it takes us about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get to Iowa.
That close?
Yeah.
Major shit.
Yeah, one of the major bridges here connect us to Iowa.
That's River City. That's why we call it River City.
Yep. Because it's a river. The only thing separating us in Iowa is
We
Missouri
right on the river.
Yeah, we right
River
on
City,
the river.
man. River City Roundup. That's it. We River City for real, Jack. That's
And
why I
Missouri
can't wait.
River is one of the biggest rivers in the Midwest that connect.
That's
A
what
lot
I'm
of people
for,
back in
man.
the day use Missouri River to, ship a lot of products and textiles.
See,
and
we're on the Tennessee
Mighty
River.
Mo.
Yep. The Mighty Mo. That river is a beast too.
Real talk, the biggest
Yeah,
river.
buddy.
It's bigger than the SIP. You know what I'm talking about?
It's
And that's
bigger than the Missouri
It's
River
bigger
ain't
than
no
the
joke.
The Missouri, the Mighty Mo ain't no punk. I promise
You better
that.
be an expert swimmer when you jump up in that mud.
Ain't no swimming in that.
Better not jump in that mud.
You better not even think about jumping in no damn Missouri.
So is it
Heck no.
That mug is
biggest river in
deep
the
and
US?
fast. Deep and fast.
Deep and
I didn't know
treacherous.
Missouri had a river.
Yeah, the Missouri River is very popular.
It go all the way down south.
Yep.
Basically, it connects to the Mississippi down in
It
St.
connects to the
Louis.
Mississippi. Yep.
See, we're on the Tennessee River.
You know what? This
That
summer,
little bootleg river.
I think this summer we
a
should
big
go
river,
to
but
we
that's a
should go to
bootleg
the
river.
landing to the
Right.
to the bridge, Nikki, and we should record there. Go live and show people how big that river is huge.
That river is huge.
It's so wide.
The river, the Missouri goes up into like western.
To me, it's
scary. Like western Nebraska, Dakotas, and it goes all
the way down
south.
All the way down to St. Louis.
Yep.
The Missouri River.
Yeah, the Mighty Mo.
Yep.
It hooks up with the SIP. It flows into the SIP.
Yep.
Okay, yep. I see it.
And if y'all remember, last year I was covering the story last year of the Joshua Keto case where he had killed Tyler, and he that's where she died, and he threw her body in the Missouri River years ago. And I covered that case last year. I went to all the court dates down in Beatrice, Nebraska, and that river. Yeah, even a perfect swimmer, exceptional swimmer, could get caught up in there and just lose their life. That river ain't no pump.
He gonna lose it like that. Ain't that's the treacherous. Everything about that damn river is treacherous, man. If you
and they ain't gonna find you where you was at. You gonna be somewhere in another state downstream somewhere.
The currents are so fast. If you fall in there, the current's so fast, you just gonna be whoop.
Yeah, you up and down, bobblehead.
Gone. And that's why they never found Tyler.
Okay, I see it. It looks like it starts in Idaho, goes to Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas City.
It goes a long way, yeah.
All the way to St. Louis.
And then it goes into the Mississippi and flows
all the way down to the
Gulf of Mexico.
It goes all the way down.
That's a big one right there, boy.
It's like it goes.
That nigga huge.
It's like one of the longest rivers in the United States.
That's a main river, Jack.
Yeah.
He bigger than
Mighty Mo. That's what they call her, Mighty Mo.
Yeah, he bigger than Tennessee. He the big dog.
Oh Lord, I see a picture of a snake in here. It must be like a water moccasin or something.
Yeah, he
look up
place,
Joshua Keto and Missouri River, and you'll come across that case that I covered last year.
Joshua Keto?
Yeah, Keadle, where he killed that Peru State college student and dumped her in the Missouri River.
Yeah, you know what?
Man.
He look, you should see him in court. I would be sitting across from I'll be in court looking at him, and I'm looking at him, and he would just be there stone face, like ain't nothing bothering him. And then when they said guilty on all charges, he was up there like, me?
How come I can't dump his ass in the river?
No, he wasn't dating her. He was trying to date her. I think Nikki got a lot of Nikki, you got a lot of background noise.
I'm sorry. I'm in here in this refrigerator trying to cut cheesecake.
That's okay. I'm gonna mute you real quick. But he had met her in college. He wasn't even a college student. They were like 18, 19. He was like 26, something like that. He wasn't even in college. And he had entered into college at a very older age. And he met her and he was trying to get with her, but she didn't want to get with him. So one night she was walking away from a party to her dorm and he picked her up. Because she wanted to go, something had happened. She got in a fight with her best friend. She wanted to come back to Omaha because Peru State is hours away from Omaha. She lived here in Omaha. And she wanted to come back to Omaha, and he's offered to take her. He lied. Instead of bringing her back to Omaha, he took her to the Missouri River, and he raped her, and he killed her, and dumped her in the Missouri.
And they never came
back. They never found her body because he dumped her in Missouri. But they found proof.
He admitted it, or how did they know they didn't find the body?
It was a very thorough investigation. One of the things that helped them was her phone. Her phone pings, her phone messages, certain messages that were sent after her disappearance that could have only been sent from most likely him. He said he told the police that what he told the police was that they got in a fight at the Missouri River because he wanted to have sex with her and she didn't. And he told her, if we don't have sex, then I'm not taking you to Omaha. And then she never came back to Kansas and she never went to Omaha. And then on top of that, he had like bruises and scratches. It was a lot. It was a long trial. It was a long trial. But they had a lot of evidence.
You gotta make an example.
And then also he confessed to somebody in jail. He confessed to somebody in jail that he did it. So it was a lot of evidence.
So down here in the South, we have our own version of the 3 F's. Either you gonna fight, foot, or
Yeah.
So I guess she fought and lost.
She fought. She fought, and then the thing about it was also a lot of people don't know this if you're not from this area, but there was a girl that he had raped when she was like 15 or 16, and she never came forward. And then when Tyler went missing, she felt compelled. She was like, I have to testify. I have to say what happened to me. So that's when she came forward and she testified about what happened to her. That helped the case as well.
Okay.
That he was a predator, that he was a rape, that he was, hostile, violent, stuff like that. But yeah, he was, and he got tried and he got convicted for that case. So the thing was, he was getting out of prison at a certain time. And they said, everybody's like, we know he did this entire, we know we got to get enough evidence and prove to the jury that he did this, because when he was going to trial for Tyler, he was still locked up in prison for the 15, 16-year-old. And he was about to be released within 6 months because he had been in jail for like 8 years or so while he was going to trial for Tyler. So within 6 months, he would have been released from the first crime. So they really had to make sure they came 100 with all the evidence and everything. Otherwise, he would have been walking the streets again. So they were mad. They were able to convict him when he had a few months left for getting out for that earlier rape.
Okay. So
now he ain't never getting it. But I told the whole story.
It's all bad. I try not to watch the news as little as possible because stories like this I can't
hang his ass from the ankles in the middle of the night in the old market downtown in the coldest month of the year in Omaha, Nebraska. Let him see how it feels and gut his ass like
it was sad. It was sad. And then the fact that she was a young black college student from our city. I had to, from the moment I heard about it years ago, I've been following it from the moment I heard about it, and then when no charges was pressed, I kind of just
My
stepped
point
away
is though,
from it.
why is he still alive though?
Yeah.
What year did this happen?
When she died, or when?
Yeah.
He was convicted like last year.
Why is
he
last year? But
this was some years ago.
Yeah, it was a while back. It was like 7 years ago.
Okay.
Why is he still alive though? That's the key.
Right.
Well, because everybody isn't vigilantes.
So they didn't give him a death penalty. They just gave him life.
Nope. They gave him life in prison.
So y'all do death penalty in Nebraska?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's on hold right now, but yeah.
Nah.
He was actually sentenced to 71 years to life, but that's basically life because at the time he was sentenced, he was like almost 35, years old. So they gave him 71 years to life.
Ain't no chance he gonna get out on good behavior.
Ain't no chance, and that was the whole thing. They had to make sure that they came with that evidence. I'm telling you, when I was at that trial, and they showed us all the maps and all the pictures, the way that he went in, like the camera stamps, the security. I mean, I detailed all that when I did my reviews on my YouTube channel. Okay. And I took good notes when I was sitting there for all them hours in the courtroom, and I'm telling you,
set his ass on fire.
He did that shit, and I wish that they could have sentenced him to death. I wish.
Mm-hmm.
He needed to be set on fire.
He was lying and carrying on. He lied about being at the embankment at the Missouri River. Found out later that he was there that night. I mean, he was lying about all kind of shit.
Oh, he lied the whole time.
He lied about everything. He lied about everything. When they did the investigation, they found his car on different like bank teller or bank surveillance camera, through the neighborhood, because where they at in Peru, that's a small town. It's a small town. So, they had surveillance cameras and stuff, security cameras to most of the buildings around that area. And yeah, he lied. He lied about a whole bunch of shit. And they caught up.
What college was she attending?
Peru.
Peru.
Oh, that's the name of the college too? Okay.
Yep, Peru College, Peru State.
Okay.
Yep. It's just, oh God. That was a very emotional trial. I was sitting there taking notes, trying not to cry the whole time. I'm like,
it is a lot going on, like real talk, like a whole bunch of everything things. Defined from finances to, to everything. It's just a shit.
Speaking of finances, have y'all started Christmas shopping or holiday shopping yet? Because y'all know what they saying.
Only thing I'm doing
about the shipping.
The shipping, they can't get none of these trucks to get the stuff from the ports. They don't have enough drivers.
You see what Southwest had to do. You see what Southwest Airlines had to do. They had to fold because they was trying to mandate that their employees get the jab, and them motherfuckers said, "Fuck what you're talking about." They told them to stay out. They told them no. They told them they had to fold. Like, hey, no, we're not gonna man. That's why Southwest is back up and running.
They were trying to make it mandatory for their staff.
For them to get the jab, and they like, no, we're not having that. Like, it is what it is.
It's mandatory for my job, even though I work from home. It's still mandatory.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have never been in favor of corporations imposing that it becomes mandated, and that was the thing with Southwest Airlines. They were trying to make it mandated. Then they finally was like, okay, forget it.
And I knew my job was gonna do that because we have to get the flu shot. We have, that was one of their requirements. So I'm like, if we had to get jabbed for that, I know we're gonna have to get it for this.
And then they try to make them pay $200 a month for health insurance. That's what they tried to do.
What?
They try to make the workers pay.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on health insurance. Because insurance, period, to me is the biggest ripoff in the United States.
Exactly.
I don't care if it's home insurance, car insurance, life, all of it is.
It is the biggest ripoff and the best.
You gotta have it.
The best
And
bet.
that's the thing. They made it so you gotta have all of it. Because I remember a time in Alabama you didn't have to have car insurance, and then they flipped it to where you couldn't register your car without insurance and stuff. I'm like, all of it is just a big control thing and a way to take your money.
Yep, it is, and it's like you gotta have it. Like if you don't have car insurance, that could be very detrimental to you and your entire family if somebody was to die in a car wreck.
Yeah.
If you don't have no car insurance, that could be your whole life savings, your house.
That's gonna be everything. You ain't got shit to worry about.
But it's the only thing that if you use it, they penalize you even more.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're making us, because I look at it like this. I've been paying car insurance for the last 10 years, $100 a month. Never had an accident, never had a claim. So that's just what, $1,200 times 10, $12,000.
But what was that? Was that Chris Rock said? Was that Chris Rock or Chris Tucker?
And they won't give you a loan for you to use that as a collateral.
Right.
I think that was Chris Rock or Chris Tucker that said if I don't get in a car wreck or something, y'all should give me my money back at the end of the year. Or
same thing with home insurance. You get a claim, then they want to the way they did those people down there after Katrina that had those claims and stuff.
That's foul as fuck, man.
That was messed up.
It was just a scam. The whole insurance industry to me is a scam.
Yeah.
A way to just make you pay money and then punish you if you have to file a claim. That's my soapbox.
I know. I used to say there were certain jobs where if I could just hit a lick, I would have definitely done, or certain careers or companies I would have started. One of them would have been insurance, and another one, y'all might laugh, but pawn shops.
Yeah.
Y'all know how valuable pawn shops are.
Yeah, you grinding, you flipping. I mean, that's a hustle, man. Motherfucker better get up on their hizzy, man, and they grizzy. All that
have stuff in the pawn shop for years that they never get out. They pay on it every payday.
Did y'all see the one? Did you see the one picture that went viral? Well, actually, I don't know if it's too true, but I mean, it might be true. About out there, a person that took a picture of a pack of chicken out in Vegas, and it was like $30 something for a pack of damn chicken wing.
And that's why I asked y'all, have y'all started stocking up on y'all food for the holidays, and not just food, but your Christmas gifts? Because they said come mid-November, it's gonna be hard to get some Christmas gifts.
That's like my mom called last weekend asking my daughter what she wanted for Christmas. And because she said she was going to start her Christmas shopping early. I thought she couldn't find not one item on the list.
It's hard out here for a pimp, y'all. It's hard out here for a pimp. I bought my turkey for Thanksgiving a week ago.
Yeah,
because they say turkeys are about to be really hard to find. Some good, decent turkeys gonna be really hard to find come the holidays. So I bought mine last week.
Look, we can't even find a pack of bologna.
What? You can't find no Oscar Mayer?
Oh, wow.
Well, you know the kind we eat, we have been able to find it. Well,
my bologna had a first name.
My bologna has a second name.
Yeah, mama there.
MAYER.
And if you ask me while I say,
that's mama there.
DNA.
Had to take it to church, y'all. Oscar Mayer got away.
Oscar Mayer has a name.
We all grew up on old Oscar.
Yeah.
We all grew up on old Oscar Mayer.
Oh yeah, Oscar Mayer, that burnt bologna sandwich with some mustard.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, Lord.
We didn't do Oscar Mayer down here. We did Brian bologna. Y'all have Brian?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's good too.
Him and old Jimmy D.
Oh,
Jimmy D.
Him and old Jimmy D.
I used to buy bologna just to burn it up on the stove. That's all.
Yes.
I did. Burn bologna.
I still burn it.
That's somebody burning noodles.
Y'all cut that little slit in the side.
Yeah, make sure
Yeah.
so it don't blow up in the
Yeah, because it get like this high. It get like
Right. It's gonna bubble up if you don't cut that little slit in the side.
Melissa, you ever heard of Reese
fried
breakfast
bologna
sausage?
sandwiches?
What is it called?
Reese in the square. It's breakfast sausage, but it come in a square brick. They only sell it in the South.
I ain't never heard of
that one.
Oh my God, that's some of the best.
I ain't never heard of that one.
It's in a, it comes in a square brick.
Now they might have it, and because I'm not really a sausage eater, they might have it, and I just haven't paid no attention to it, but it don't ring a bell.
Yeah, it's breakfast sausage. Is
Is
like
it so it's available in Michigan where you are?
No, it's only in the South. We used to get it down south and bring it back.
You know,
I know there are.
I find it so funny, these regional foods. Is there anything exclusive to Omaha that I might not be able to find down here?
Feather bones.
Feather bones. Feather bones.
Feather bones.
What is that?
Right, nobody knows unless you from here.
Sometimes they call them riblets, but a lot of people when they visit Nebraska, they pick up boxes of feather bones and take them back.
Right, because it's not really a riblet; it's different.
Yeah.
So have y'all ever heard of Aunt Bessie's?
What is it
Aunt
called?
Bessie's.
Aunt Bessie's. They chitlins. They got chitlins and ribs and.
I don't think I heard of Aunt Bessie's.
The riblets. They riblets.
Yeah, some people call them riblets, but they're not really because I remember a few years ago, I bought a box of riblets. I said, "Are y'all sure these are feather bones?" They say, "Yeah, them feather bones. I got the facts."
Do not. You be mad as hell.
These are not feather bones.
So what's the difference? What's the
I think
difference?
it's only, what they say, is it Chubbs or?
Oh, Chubbs has the best feather bones. But Walmart, they up on their game now. Walmart is up on the feather bone.
I couldn't tell you nothing about it. I ain't.
Yeah, Walmart sells a really nice box of feather bones. Yes.
I haven't gotten none from there.
I promise you, Walmart, and they be big. They be child. The Walmart ones.
What y'all got in Detroit that we don't have down here?
I don't know. Probably Fago, Better Made.
We got that.
Oh,
I ain't never heard of them.
That's about it, because everything else.
What's like a Detroit staple dish?
Coney
Island.
Island.
How like Philly got the what do you call it?
Coney
Island. What do they call them exactly though? The Coney burger, or is it?
It's Coney Island. It's Coney dogs.
Yeah, Coney dogs, Coney burgers.
That was New York.
That's hot dogs.
Coney. Well, New York, but we have actual Coney Island restaurants. They are called Coney Island. That's where you get your Coney Island hot dogs, the chili cheese fries, and stuff like
Coney
that.
Island the one they have in the airport? Do they have Coney Islands in the airports?
Yeah, they be like in New York.
Brand of Coney Island. Yeah, they probably do by now.
Is it like
Coney Island in New York is like just the location, just the
I know about that one.
Yeah, in Michigan it's the actual restaurants.
Right.
Is the restaurant
and they sell like the hamburgers that are kind of made like sloppy Joe, but they
chili and cheese.
Loose hamburgers.
Yeah. So for Coney's, are their colors green and white? Or am I getting them mixed up with somebody?
They are like a grocery store, but like it might be Food Lion grocery store or Al's or Harris Teeter or.
I heard of Harris Teeter.
So now
when I lived in where did I live? I think North Carolina we had Harris Teeter. Yeah, we had Harris Teeter, Food Lion.
Yeah, I heard of that one too, Food Lion.
Right.
Yeah, I've been to Food Lion down
Coney
south.
Island is the same thing. Coney Island is a type of restaurant. Is not the name. You started out being Onassis Coney Island, which was named after Jackie Onassis.
Jackie Onassis.
Well, Miss Sislo, when is the wedding?
Next June, I think.
Okay, so when you come
I'll
into
be up
town,
there
are you
before
gonna come
then.
like for some extra days?
Yeah, I'll be coming before then, though.
Okay, because I want Melissa to come too.
Yeah, I think.
What time of the year is it? Is it summer?
It's in June.
Okay, I might be able to do that.
I think it's June 18th. I think it's June 18th.
I think that would be a fun weekend, and I was thinking
that
about
would be
maybe
fun.
hitting Deanna up and seeing if maybe Deanna can come too. You know, some of my favorite YouTubers.
I just looked up the Coney Lafayette, Coney Island, Detroit. Is that what it is? For the dog?
It's a whole. It's like I said. It's the type of restaurant.
It's like a chain. It's like a chain of stores.
It's not a chain. Like everybody got different chains of them. It's like like you might have a steakhouse, but it might be Longhorn Steakhouse. Outback Steakhouse. So Coney Island is a steakhouse, but they have LA Coney Island. You know,
I see a couple of different ones on here. I see Lafayette. I see American Coney Island.
Universal, Roberts, Valentine's, a bunch of them.
See, I've never been to Detroit. I always wanted to go to Detroit. The closest I got was Chicago.
And they are
the
like,
closest I got.
You know, that's where Tony went for his birthday last week.
But see, when you go to Chicago, you like literally on the other side, you know, because of the river.
Yep, so Chicago,
Detroit,
3 hours, 2.5 hours.
Well, you know, the river is in between the two states.
Let me see.
Michigan, girl.
Lake, you know, Lake Michigan, the lake.
Look, my geography teacher was the basketball coach. He ain't taught us nothing.
Yeah, Lake Michigan separates. And I used to, every time we went to Chicago, we would go to Lake Michigan and be on the shore. And I'd be like, I cannot believe there's another state right on the other side. That's how big Lake Michigan is.
Well, now,
you can't even see across it.
If you look across it, you're going to see my hometown, Michigan City, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
You can see
where we was, we couldn't see nothing.
Yep.
Are you from Michigan City?
Yep. That's why.
Yeah, where we was in Chicago, we couldn't see nothing. It was all water.
My sister-in-law from Michigan City.
Oh, really? What's her name?
Steven.
The Stevens.
Oh, I know a lot of Stevens there. I got some Stevens in my family.
Yeah,
y'all might be related.
The Corleys.
Stevens.
They got Corleys. Stop playing.
Oh, see?
Marty Corley.
Yeah, them in-laws. That's on the in-laws.
Yeah, because they live in San Antonio.
Yeah, them in-laws.
Yeah, Marty Corley and Marty, I think, is the one that's the police.
You had to holler at sis.
Oh no, that I
don't.
don't.
Had to holler at sis.
Well, I know sis would know. Well, of course, sis would know. They up in Michigan City all the time because then you got my other sister, who got a bunch of their family live up in Michigan City. That's the Wilsons.
I know some Craig Wilson and them. I know them.
No, this is.
I know some Wilsons. You got any Parkers, Paynes, Pargos, Gilberts, Dukes, Smiths, Metcalfs.
She would know. No. I mean, that's her part.
Like if you said Michigan City, like I think everybody
219
is related in Michigan City. So you probably
because I'm related on my mom and my dad's side.
Yeah, because let me see. Because mom is Bonnie Corley down here. I can't remember her brother's name. That's I think up in Michigan City. But yeah, it's them Stevens. Uncle Kenny Stevens, he passed away
Ursuline
a few years ago.
Ain't Ursuline?
Well, yeah, Ursuline Stevens.
Okay.
Okay, I just looked up the Featherbones.
Yeah, it's a
you put them bad boys on the grill when I tell you, ooh, you're gonna be here June.
We're gonna have to get them a taste when they come, Tanya.
I'm gonna make sure I barbecue when you guys come.
Because I know a lot of.
Oh.
Yeah, when they come, we're gonna have to hook them up, Tanya.
Nikki, you already know. I'll be throwing down on the grill. I will hook them up.
I don't know.
You in MC in Nebraska? You in MC?
Yes, that's one of our major hospitals here. University of Nebraska Medicine. Yeah.
My mom used to get the boxes. She used to get them joints by the boxes.
That's one of the major hospitals here.
We always used to I used to love when she'd be like, "Oh, y'all all get a million feathers, y'all want me." We be up there going with nothing.
Man, because they don't cost that much, and you get a whole big old box of them bad boys. Like,
riblets, little bones.
And they so good. And it's all meat, so good. It's all meat. They on some bones, but it's all meat.
It's all meat. Yes, it'd be so delicious.
Yeah, growing up,
I need you to switch the clothes.
Yes,
what are you doing?
Honey, I'm gonna make y'all some barbecue feather bones when y'all come up here in June.
I gotta switch some clothes over. I gotta wash some. I need my basket and stuff. What's them right there? Give me them.
Yes.
Because I need to wash some more clothes.
Nick, I
gotta have
show them how Omaha get down, Nick.
Yeah, we got to show them a little something.
Yeah.
What you doing now?
We definitely gonna have to show them how to get down in Nebraska. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We're going on 3 hours. So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. All the different topics that we covered, all the different feedback from everybody in the chat and on the panel. Nikki, Miss Sislo, Mel, Tone, Wife. Who else jumped on here tonight?
Caramel Diva.
Please
keep her in the prayers.
Yes, please keep her in our prayers because her mother, I don't want to say that, some people say, well, they don't have that much time. I don't want to say that.
She's just not doing well.
In the hospital. She's in a health facility. She had a stroke, a couple of strokes. So God has the last say.
That's exactly right.
God has the last say. So I'm not going to speak negative, speak positivity, keep her in her prayer, keep her in our prayers. And
yeah.
Amen.
And you know what? I appreciate y'all because with me working from home, I don't get no interaction with other folks. So this is like me going out on a Friday night. So I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, you did. That's what we do.
I appreciate that.
Well, then y'all gonna have to start doing y'all every hour turn up so she can really feel like she clubbing it up, huh?
Yes, and you know what? Sometimes I'll be thinking we come on Friday. Sometimes we get a lot of viewers, and sometimes we don't get a lot of viewers because on Friday nights, a lot of people do go out. But I feel like, especially for the people who might be social distancing or not trying to hang out that much because of the pandemic, this is entertainment for a lot of people on Friday night.
Yeah, it's like hanging out with some friends.
Yeah,
that's my grown-up time.
We are all friends.
Y'all, I'm gonna cut loose because my daughter's called and it interrupted my volume. I can't barely hear you guys. I love you on purpose, and ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
We love you too, and tell Kaya we appreciate her feedback.
Yeah, I subscribe to her on IG.
Yep, me too. All right, love you, sis. And everybody else who's in the chat and online, as always, we thank you for tuning in, for liking the video, sharing the video, subscribing to the channel. Make sure you follow our other tubers, which is Melissa King Econ right here on the screen. Also, Yusuf from Ratchet Today right here on the screen. And also, also Miss Sislo, Newsworthy Updates, who just jumped off the panel. Please subscribe to her channel as well. We really appreciate it for checking out those other channels. And in the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times.
Keep it
hood. And never forget, while you out there taking care of yourself, try to also take care of someone else.
I know that's right.
All right. Look out for somebody.
All right, on that note.
All right, love you guys.
Good night.
Y'all have a good night.
Till next week.
You too. Bye-bye.
May the Most High say the same.
Hey, say that.